Hi guys, my name is ANTON VORONIUK and today I will moderate this great event, AI Marketing Day. Today we will talk about how Gen AI is changing everything around us. We will have a great speakers that will share their practical case studies and their experience. For the first 10 minutes, I will share with you the most important information you need to know about today's conference and about today's event. Today, St. Paul's and AiMe Academy organized AI Marketing Day. You will get 4 hours of interactive live talks, 5 experienced practicing experts in marketing, business growth with AI, 5 practical topics with examples and real-life case studies, Q&A session at the end of each talk, bonuses for the participants from the speakers and organizers, certificates and attendance for all who join. So, as I mentioned, today, St. Paul's and AiMe gathered a really great AI community that are ready to share their experience and ready to learn something new. Just a few words about St. Paul's and AiMe Academy. St. Paul's allows marketers to send emails, SMS, Viber, and WhatsApp campaigns. Works with clients using chatbots for Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, and Instagram. Set up auto replies and create sales pipelines on Instagram, WhatsApp, Viber, Facebook, and Telegram using a chatbot builder. With samples, you can connect the GPT model from OpenAI and your chatbot to provide your users with even more proficient automated replies and help them solve additional tasks. If we talk about AiMe Academy, AiMe helps you to learn the best skills in the AI industry. If we talk about our courses, we teach on our own platform, AiMe Academy, and we have courses on Udemy and Coursera. Right now, our courses reach to 750,000 students all over the globe. As AI educational project, we use all this toolkit for ourselves and for our marketing strategy. In my own speech today, I will share with you the best practices, how we can use AI to save 15.5 hours per week in the marketing routine. These insights will help you to automate everything you're doing and how you can engage. Now I want to know more about you. Can you share in chat from what country and what city you are watching us right now? Please share your industry, your location, and maybe your expectations. I always love to ask about the level of AI integration. Can you share in chat from 0 to 10 your existing level of knowledge in Gen AI? If you have heard something but never tried, you can put 0. If you think that today you need to be one of our guests, of our speakers and experts, please put 10 in chat. We will be happy to learn, and our goal for today's conference is to share knowledge that will be definitely helpful both for newbies and for experienced guys. So if we talk about today's agenda, let's dive in the main details. We started at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and during today's conference, you definitely will get the access to the old talks and recordings. How to do it and how to get your personal certificate for these conferences, we will tell you after the first talk. The main source how you can communicate with me as moderator and with today's speaker is live chat on YouTube. So you can go to chat on YouTube, present yourself, share additional questions, share your experience in the tools and topics that our speakers will share, their topics, etc. The question that is always and regular on all webinars and on all conferences, will there be a recording? Yes, the recording will be available on the channel publicly. And how to get a certificate? Certificate is another very common and regular question we will share in the first talk. If we talk about one of the most valuable bonuses that you will get for today, you will get a special guide from the St. Paul's community. We will share with you the guide of top 10 AI tools for the content creators in the St. Paul's community on Facebook. Just join a cozy community of marketers and St. Paul's users and grab the guide from a featured post. There you will find network, learn from the industry experts and each other, and stay in the know about the latest marketing trends. Our goal is simple: empower you to grow your business and connect with amazing, like-minded people. So I will share with you today's agenda, and I will be happy to present our first guest and our first speaker just in 5 minutes. So today we will have the basic stuff that you need to learn about us and about today's event. The first guest today will be Genefa Murphy, Chief Marketing Officer of Udemy. Genefa will share with us AI and the modern marketer defining roles and strategies. This talk will definitely be valuable for all marketers who want to see how the leading companies such as Udemy is implementing the best Gen AI practices in the business, in the marketing, and in their goals and approach. If we talk about the second guest, it will be me. As I mentioned, I will share with you how to save 15.5 hours of marketing work every day using AI. Right now, AI helps you to do a lot of in brainstorming, in planning, in creating new ideas, and we will go through how AI can do strategical tasks, how AI can help you with some practical, tactical tasks, how AI can be your buddy and your friend that will help you to create texts, images, video, presentations, music, and other kinds of content. This presentation won't be theoretical. I will share with you the best practices that we've already implemented and the students of AiMe Academy get as a result in their saving times and further activities. The next one will be Constantine, the product manager at St. Paul's. He will share with you the best practices of creating compelling interactions using pop-ups to connect and convert. If you want to grow your attention, if you want to get better engagement with your clients, this talk will be definitely one of the most valuable. So if you want to know this information and to get the best practices, just wait for the Constantine speech. Lara da Gama, from Data Driven Marketing Leader, she will share with you that using AI to drive smarter marketing decisions, insights across industries. It will be practical case studies that you will definitely can implement into your project or your own business. The last but not the least, Helena Zhang. She's head of growth of Open Art AI. As AiMe Academy, we connect with a lot of great AI tools. And when I personally met Elena, I was wondered that such energetic person is creating such a great tool. So we will talk about the mastering AI for the brand identity, how to make it truly yours. So Helena will share her best practices that she get from OpenArt, building a great AI tool, creating new models, creating ideas for her clients, best practices, etc. So that's what we are waiting right now. I will be happy if you will share a little bit information about yourself in chat. You will give us more details about what are you expecting from this conference, what are your best results that you want to get. Our goal for today is to share our love and our adornment on AI, how we implement it, how we interact with it, and how we get the best efficiency in the both saving time, saving budgets, but at the same time in AI creativity. Because right now, everyone can be AI creator, and we will talk how AI makes this role possible personally for you. This will be the main and the most important part of today's conference. So, as I mentioned, today you will get 4 hours of interactive live talks, 5 experienced practicing experts in marketing, business growth, and AI, and the 5 practical topics with examples and real-life case studies. You can ask questions, you can get answers, and I will be happy to assist you during the whole conference. And right now, I'm happy to present our first guest. This will be Genefa Murphy. Genefa is a CMO at Udemy. Udemy is the world's largest marketplace in the educational field. Genefa Murphy has served as Udemy's Chief Marketing Officer since July 2023. Prior to joining Udemy, Genefa mostly recently served as Chief Marketing Officer at Five9, helping the company to expand its market share and reach into international markets. Prior to Five9, she served as senior marketing roles, including chief marketing officer at Micro Focus, a multi-billion-dollar software company, now part of OpenText and Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, where she spent 10 years in numerous consulting, product, marketing, and go-to-market positions. I'm really happy that on our YouTube channel in GenAI Revolution podcast, we will have Genefa in episode just in 2 weeks. And right now, Genefa will share her experience and talk about how AI at the modern marketer are defining roles and strategies. Hi, Genefa. How are you?
Hey, Anton. Really great to be here.
I'm really happy to have you today, and I'm sure that you will share great insights with our audience.
I hope so. I hope so. So let's get it started. Let's get our slides up
Definitely.
there and let's go. Okay, excellent. Well, hello, everyone. Really great to see all the different people joining from different places. And thank you to Anton and the SendPulse team for having me today. I'm super excited to be able to take you through this topic. We're going to do probably about 20, 30 minutes of conversation, and then we'll take some time for questions at the end. So, as Anton said, our topic for today is to talk about AI and the modern marketer. How is it redefining roles and how is it redefining strategies? Now, as you heard from my background, I am the Chief Marketing Officer at Udemy. For those of you who are not familiar with Udemy, as Anton mentioned, we're an online learning platform. We have the honor of having over 70,000 instructors like Anton who are teaching our 70 million learners and 16,000 organizations, everything from AI and AWS to yoga and well-being. In terms of my background, in addition to being a CMO, I'm a mom, I'm a learner, I'm a dreamer, and I'm a believer. So I'm super excited to be able to be here with you today. Now, if we talk about AI and why AI, there was a great stat that I saw the other day that said 91% of marketers rely on AI for their current jobs. They're looking at AI in all different ways. And why are they doing that? Well, normally it comes down to productivity. That is by far the big one in terms of why people are looking at AI. They want to be more productive. They want to be able to save time. They want to be able to be more effective. Now, if we talk about being productive, there are many different ways in which you can actually build out productivity. So before I talk about AI and how it's really impacting all the different roles, I want to talk a little bit more about the 5 ways to get more done. And this is actually courtesy of another one of our instructors on the platform, Chris Croft. So when you think about your day, there are inputs and there are outputs. Most of the time, there are way more inputs than there are outputs. I know that is how I feel. So when we think about the 5 different ways to get things done, the first thing you can do is you can just say no to things. Task comes in, you can say, no, I'm not going to do it. The next thing you can do is maybe you can negotiate with that person. Okay, I need a new blog created. Okay, I can't do it today. I can do it at the end of the week for you. Now, before we get to the third phase, there is a little bit more of a phase in between. You can say yes and then don't do it. Now, often I sometimes feel like I fall into this trap. I say I'm going to do it. I'll do it by the end of the week. The end of the week comes. I didn't get it done. So none of us really want to be in that position. So then you can think about, okay, well, if you've got maybe a team, how do you delegate? How do you leverage the other resources that are around you? The fourth area that we're here to talk about today, which is really where I think there's a huge amount of opportunity, is automation and AI. This is where AI really, really does help. It helps hit that productivity goal. It helps us being able to say yes more, and it helps empower us. The other last option is essentially you could do it, but you could do it less well and maybe be a little bit less fussy. Sometimes that's okay, but I don't know about all of you. When I do things, I like to do it at 110%. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And hopefully, if we can leverage AI and automation, your day is going to be a lot happier. You're going to have a lot more output. Maybe it won't equal the amount of input, but hopefully we'll get you to have a stronger balance. So how are we going to talk about AI? Well, I thought, you know what, why use a little bit of an analogy, a metaphor, if you will? Why not use some visuals? At the end of the day, we know that 30% of learners actually prefer visuals. You retain more information when there's a visual aid. So, in the spirit of this presentation, I would say 90% of the visuals have been created with AI. We're going to take you through the royal flush of using AI to master modern marketing. And we're going to start off with the ACE, audience segmentation and enriched data. As with any good marketing strategy, you know that the key thing is defining your ICP, your ideal customer profile. Who are the key people that you want to be able to get to? How are you going to segment your market? How are you going to make sure that you are identifying the right audience? And it's the foundation of any great marketing strategy. Now, when it comes to how AI is changing the role of segmentation and the role of audience enrichment, it's really about the marketer's role becoming more of a data strategist and an ethical guardian, essentially guiding the AI to create micro-personalization at scale. AI gives us immense power to be able to not just personalize, but personalize at scale. So before AI, segmentation was basic, right? Typically, we use demographic factors, age, income, location. But with AI, segmentation can now tap into the behavioral and psychographic data, pulling insights from lots of different interactions. We can leverage first-party data, we can leverage third-party data, we can look at purchasing behaviors, or even things like the tone of engagement. So AI can now help us to identify segments down to the micro preferences and predict what is going to resonate best with each members of the different group that you've identified. So when it comes to leveraging AI, yes, on the right-hand side, you'll see there are different tools that you can use. These are just 3 examples. But what I really want to focus on is actually what are the underlying skills that you need? Because as we all know, technology only gets you so far. So 3 key skills that you need to learn in order to be able to use the ACE of audience segmentation and enriched data with AI. The first is building the skill around things like clustering algorithms. How are you going to identify the different clusters? How are you going to identify the different segments? How are you going to identify and pull all the different pieces of data together? The second is data analysis, obviously. Once you've got the data, how are you going to use it? How are you going to use it in real time? And the third is communication skills. And this one's critically important because at the end of the day, if you use these tools, these AI-powered tools to do more sophisticated data analysis, data segmentation, if you can't communicate the insights that you're finding, then the value is pretty limited and you won't be able to tap into the true power of AI. Now, the next one that I want to talk about is the king. Well, the king, a lot of people say the king of marketing is content creation. So the king is all about authority and influence in marketing, as we all know. So AI can really empower you to create engaging, influential content way faster than ever before. Just think about it. Think about, okay, before, if you were creating that ICP, the ideal customer profile document, to influence your audience segmentation, that maybe used to take you a few hours, maybe a few days, maybe a few weeks. Now you can create that in a matter of seconds. Will it be perfect? No, it won't, but it will get you there a lot quicker. The other thing that AI is going to be able to help you to do, and a really great use case for it, is actually looking at how AI can help you create a more omnipresent strategy. So making sure that you show up across all different channels in different ways. So why is this important? Well, I think we all know the importance of omnipresent strategies and being available where your users are going to be interacting with your product. But an interesting stat that I found here is especially, well, how do we now use AI to be able to help us create more of a multimodal strategy, for example, for mobile? 54% of most website traffic actually comes from mobile. And users are about 40% more likely to impulse purchase on mobile than they are on desktop. So that's why it's really important as a great use case to see how can we use AI in order to be able to create that omnipresent strategy and create content that is multimodal. So let's talk about the skills that you might need. So whilst AI is great for content development, the real key here is actually, it's not about the AI. It's actually about you. It's about us. It's about the humans. Because yes, AI can help give us speed. It can help get us started quicker. But actually, some of the skills that are more important are things like brand messaging, creative thinking, content strategy. AI definitely has the opportunity to unlock lots of potentials, and it can lower production costs. Think about creating this event. Think about creating a learning topic, a webinar, a video, a demo. We now have the ability with AI to dramatically lower production costs. To put it into perspective, 15 billion images were created with AI between 2022 and 2023. That's a figure that is greater than the total number of photos on Shutterstock and equal to 1/3 of all of the images ever posted on Instagram. That's just crazy in terms of what AI can do. So, a question that I know sometimes AI for marketers can instill a little bit of fear is how do we differentiate when all of a sudden everyone has the potential access to superpowers? Well, I believe, and I think with my team, that's where the human touch comes in. So I would say, think of these tools as helping you supercharge your efforts, build in that habit, help you get quick started, but then be able to bring your human touch. Now, let me give some examples of the ones that we're using on the right-hand side here at Udemy. So first of all, if you look at something like Notebook LM, which comes from Google, if you haven't already, I would strongly go and suggest that you take a look at that and see how you will be able to leverage it. So Notebook LM, if you haven't tried it, definitely try it. It gives you the ability to upload content and instantly create what sounds like a podcast. So if you want your content to have an omnipresent strategy and appear everywhere, but need different formats to entice, you can write a great white paper and almost instantly you can turn it into an auditory asset. Lumi is another great example. Lumi is actually a collection of over 20,000 free images made by AI creators to replace boring stock images. How many times when you're building presentations to pitch your company, to pitch your offering, to be able to speak to your team, do you go and you want an image? Maybe you don't have capacity to build it yourself, but you want something a bit more interesting. Well, Lumi is a great example of that. It really is one of the best examples of human and artificial intelligence coming together. So as you're thinking about building your content strategy for yourself, for your business for 2025, think about, do you have those skills in brand messaging, creative thinking, content strategy? When you're pitching your services or your capabilities, talk about how you're using AI in order to supercharge what you're doing, but then bring that human touch. Now, another great example that I want to talk about when it comes to content strategy is creating an AI prompt repository. So when it comes to creating an AI prompt repository, to get the most of these tools, as we all know, you have to put in a bit of work too. So one suggestion that we've got is to help you scale and help you collaborate and learn is to create an AI prompt repository. So that as you build out better prompts, instead of rethinking every time, you can go back to what you know works, and then you can refine and tweak versus starting from scratch from the beginning. Now, the key element with prompts is definitely to ensure you give the AI as much context as possible to help refine the output as much as possible. So in the bottom here of the slide, you can see some of the most common prompt frameworks, whether it's role task format, whether it's role action steps context, and on the right-hand side, I've actually created an example of a prompt that I just put into ChatGPT. Again, this goes back to how do we make ourselves more productive? So the example prompt that I put in was assist with creating and managing email marketing campaigns. As a CMO, my role, give me an idea for the format and design of a monthly newsletter that I can send to subscribers who are learning leaders, giving it a task, in Fortune 500 companies, using a combination of paragraphs and bullets, and use emojis. Make it inspiring. So you can see there, I've given it the role, I've given it the task, I've given it some guidance as to the format, I've told it some things that are a little bit of a must for me, and then I've also given it some broad room to be able to create something for me. And here you can see the actual output of what we've created. Now, if I would have created this alone, maybe it would have taken me an hour or some searching on the internet, looking at past examples. What have I done? What do other people do? What are free templates? But this was created in maybe under 10 seconds. So now I can spend my time doing the hard work, actually completing the content, thinking about, well, what are the trends that I want to talk to learning leaders about? What are the insights that I want to share with them? It's given me a starter, it's given me a Kickstarter, it's done it in under 10 seconds, and now I can use the rest of those 50 minutes, instead of searching around for templates and different things, I can actually use it to put it where it matters most, getting the insights for the people that I want to connect with. Now, the next card in the deck is the Queen. The Queen is all about personalized customer experience. And in a world of AI, people expect versatility. People expect marketing teams to create that versatility, that personalization. The next area is all about that. So just like you refined your ICP, having a personalized message is key, because no one wants to feel like they're part of the generic masses. 80% of consumers are actually more likely to do business with a company that provides personalized experiences. And personalization can even boost your efficiency by up to 30%. So just think about that. 80% of consumers are more likely to do business with you if you're providing more personalization. So how do you do that at scale? What are some of the tools that are out there? What are some of the tools that you can use? So where AI really wins is in the ability to help you personalize and micro-personalize at scale, so you can create dynamic journeys. The shift has gone from predictable flows or nurtures to dynamic journeys that leverage the data in real time. But in order to do that well, there are still some fundamental skills that we would recommend and that I've learned from working with my team that you still need to build out. Top of which is being the almost lost art of journey mapping, so that you can really understand the touch points and the trigger points that are going to allow you to build a more customized journey. Now, the options here range from building this in terms of the example offerings, is you can build this into your marketing automation stack to create personalized pre-purchase experiences with tools like Intercom and Qualified. Or you can look at tools like Qualaroo, which give you a new way to survey customers and gather insights, not in a follow-up email, but in the moment on your site. So that's why being able to build out a journey map, being able to understand what are the touch points, where do you want to put your focus, where do you want to use AI, and then how are you going to do things like experiment design. We all do A/B testing all day, every day. But now with the real-time data that we've got coming in from AI, experiment design becomes a little bit more sophisticated. So building out that skill is really important. And then the last part is, of course, data analysis. What's the point in creating dynamic journeys if you're not going to be able to take a step back at the end of every week, every day, every month, and say, okay, what did we learn? What is triggering the customers to engage with us most? What's triggering conversion? Is it this path that we take them on, or is it path B that we're taking them on? So making sure you're learning the skills around journey mapping. Yes, we want to dive into the technology, but start with that core fundamental. Take your ICP, map it to your journey, think about experiment design. If you put the work in up front, you'll be able to yield a lot of results later on. And then ultimately, data analysis. How am I going to use this data to inform my next set of decisions? Now, the final area that I'll talk about is the Jack and the 10. So the Jack and the 10 represent predictive analytics and insights, and also performance tracking. So as we all know, the world of analytics has definitely evolved over time. We've gone from just having the data to maybe reactive, looking back in time, to now with AI and automation and big data, being able to do true predictive analytics, being able to look at things like campaign effectiveness, dynamic lead scoring, giving you that ability to plan ahead and make data-informed decisions. At the same time, if you think about that, you've got to really tie it back to your business goals. So what are your performance tracking and optimization? The 10 is the closer, right? It brings your hand together for the win. And AI is an area that you shouldn't forget about when you're thinking about performance tracking and reporting and optimization, because it can really help you to create a very dynamic conversation with the different stakeholders, whether that's your small business, whether that's your customers, whether that's you work in a B2B world and you want to have this engagement with your executives. It really is the last part that brings it all together. So what are some of the key skills that you need to think about in this area in order to enable that proactive strategy? Well, in the spirit of threes, there are three. So just ask yourself, when you're looking at these here, we've got attribution modeling and forecasting. How are you going to use and how can you do attribution modeling and forecasting? How can you use AI in order to be able to better forecast what you want to spend, to better forecast how many leads are going to come in? And then take from that as well, data visualization. Being able to visualize complex data in meaningful ways is a really core skill that I think a lot of people sometimes overlook, especially if you are presenting to VCs, to partners, to executives. Data visualization is a must-have skill because often they have limited attention span. They want to see the big animal pictures, as people like to say. They want to see the data right away. Visualization is a great element to be able to do that. So just stop for a second and ask yourself, as you're thinking about using all of these AI tools, how are you actually going to report on the impact? If you are telling this to your team, if you are telling this to an executive, right? Think about how are you going to be able to report on the impact of AI and how it's making you more productive. So I want you to all ask yourselves, what use is it if I create great visualizations and analysis, but I can't really communicate the results? So the recommendation here is to think about and to learn how to tell stories through data, how to present data in a way that's compelling, where tools like ThoughtSpot, as an example, are great because they let you have natural language conversation with the AI, asking questions about trends and insights. This is an area that you can use ChatGPT for as well, Gemini Pro, Claude. You can put your data in there. You can ask it to summarize. You can ask it with a really great prompt to actually help you create some of those visualizations. So if I was to bring this all together, and we want to leave a little bit of time to answer some questions, it's all about skills, skills, skills. So this is the skill. Think of this as the skill bingo board. When you're thinking about AI, the power of AI is not to replace what you do, but it's to enhance what you do. It's to get you to be more productive. It's so that you can have that better balance between inputs and outputs. So if you're thinking about what skills you want to build, data algorithms, data analysis, clustering, data visualization, brand messaging. Do you know how to tell a good story? Do you know how can you use AI to refine your brand messaging? Who are you targeting? Why are you targeting them? What's your differentiation? You can use AI today to get access to so much competitive intel. It's at your fingertips. Use it to your advantage. But if I had to pick one skill that I would recommend that everybody think about as you think about how AI is impacting the role of the marketer, it would definitely be around communication. Because whilst AI is great, an area where AI is lacking is that ability to give it the personal touch, the little quirks that come from you as individual marketers, the things that you've learned over time that are going to make your work more individual and more personalized. So yes, you likely have to invest in some of the AI tools, and definitely if you want to use AI to your advantage, but more importantly, you've got to build the right skills foundation. And those soft skills or human skills like connection and creative thinking, those are the key, because those are what are going to help you differentiate yourself in the world of AI. So with that, I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to invite Anton back, and I'm just going to say, in the words of Mark Twain, and it's likely more advice for the AI skeptics out there, but get started, because AI isn't going anywhere. So I say join the race and definitely get ahead. With that, Anton, I'll welcome you back and see if we've got any questions.
Yeah, Genefa, definitely. We have questions in chat. I have much more questions that I didn't ask you during our podcast. So let's go through the questions in chat first. The first one is about customer journey. How do you think the customer journey is going, or it's already be changing due to the implementation of AI? And thank you for your time. We have a lot of comments that it was great presentations in the chat. What do you think about the customer journey changes?
Yeah, awesome. So I think the customer journey changes, the customer journey has not been linear for a long time. But I think now, even more so, for those of you who are only listening, you won't be able to see my hand movements, but the customer journey is definitely going up and down and up and down. And that's with the intro of AI. And I think the important part about the customer journey is spending more time on the upfront part of the customer journey, because that's where I think customers are using AI the most, is when they're doing their research, their consideration, and the awareness phases, when they're trying to refine what are the different offers that are available for me. I don't know about you, Anton, but when I'm thinking about a product, I go to Google, I go to Gemini, I go to Claude, I go to ChatGPT, I ask all of them what they think. Then I go to things like G2 and Trust Radius and Trustpilot. So I'm spending a lot more time in the upfront part of the journey. And that means more so than ever, when people are ready to purchase, they've probably already made an informed choice. So I think that's why it goes back to content is king. Content in the start of the journey is even more important.
Great, Genefa. Thank you. We are moving to the next questions. Thanks for the amazing speech. It's usually the normal start for the comments about your presentation. If you had to build a marketing team from scratch today, how many of those roles would be human and how many would be AI powered?
Oh, I love it. I love it. All of the roles would be AI powered. I think it wouldn't be about do I pick AI or do I pick human. I think it's more about the habit or mentality and the skills of the people that I would hire. So I'll give you a great example. One area is copy editing. We have a copy editing team here at Udemy who are wonderful. 100%, I expect them to be using AI, to get the kickstart, to get things started, to ideate with, to create that enablement. But I don't think that AI will replace them. So we have just deployed Writer as an AI-enabled content platform, and we've enabled that for all of the people within the marketing team, so that, again, they can spend less time doing the easy basic stuff and more time bringing their personality to the content. So for me, I think, I don't know if I would necessarily not hire roles because I would use AI, but I think I could actually make my team more productive.
Great. Let's move to the next question. It's definitely connected to this one. So AI won't replace digital specialist, or will?
I love it. So yeah, I don't think that AI is going to replace digital specialists, but it's definitely changing how digital specialists work, right? Again, I think, in the spirit of using a sort of metaphor, AI is like that engine, right? It can do a lot of the day-to-day tasks, the things like the data analysis or the automating tasks, but it still needs someone a digital specialist, right, who's going to drive it, who's going to navigate it, who's going to steer it in the right way. So I'll give you an example, right? As I said, we use Writer here at Udemy, and Writer has a feature in there called the image analyzer. And every quarter, we do quarterly business reviews at Udemy. We sit with our executive staff, we talk to them about, hey, here's what's happening in the business, here's what's working, here's what's not. And a lot of time, you know, myself included, I spend a lot of time looking at the charts in Tableau and saying, okay, what does it show? Are we going up? Are we going down? Are we staying? Now, with Image Analyzer, I can put that image of the chart into the AI tool, into Writer, within 10 seconds or less. It's given me all of the basic information about what's happening. Are we trending up? Are we trending down? Now I can spend my time on the why. And that means that I'm walking into that quarterly business review actually more informed, more empowered, because I've been given the gift of time to spend my time thinking about the why versus just the what. So I don't think that it's going to replace digital specialists. I think if a digital specialist doesn't necessarily engage with AI and see how they can incorporate it into their day-to-day, then they're going to have a challenge in the future world.
Why is really a great question. Thank you, Genefa. We are moving to the next question. It's also about the customer journey. So what are the best practices using in AI in building customer journey? You shared a lot, but maybe you can summarize.
Yeah, so I think there are tools definitely out there that help you dynamically create customer journeys. And that's actually an area where I think it's the great piece is go back to, well, at the start of a customer journey, you need an ICP. Again, I was actually doing an exercise with my team a couple of months ago where I was looking at the ideal customer profile of a learning leader. I literally put it into ChatGPT. I think I created it in about 10 minutes. And then I could spend all the time doing the discussion. So I think in creating the customer journeys, there are two places. One, I think it can help you outline what are the stages of the customer journey, what are the problems that people would be caring about to iterate on. But then also, I think not just using AI, but AI and automation in general is using data to be able to actually inform what's the reality of your customer journey versus what you thought it was going to be. And doing that essentially difference and delta analysis between the two. That's an interesting place where you can do pretty cool customer journey analytics.
Great. I have the question, which maybe can be my own question. It's the question from Martinia, the guy who was using some AI formulas, matrix, etc. when I was creating my master diploma. Martina, she's maybe have some ideas how to check my thoughts. How important is it for marketer to understand the technical side of AI? And what resources would you recommend for learning? Thank you. What resources? I think that it will be some Udemy courses. But
Definitely. In the follow-up, we've got to send out some Udemy courses. There are a lot of them, yours included on there, Anton. So I think when it comes to the technical side of AI, I mean, I actually think it depends on which phase, right? Think of it in that pack of cards, right? If you are earlier on, maybe you're doing things like the content development, the audience segmentation. I don't actually think it's too important to understand the technical side of AI and the algorithms and the models and how large language models work and how inference work. I think as you're starting to get into things like the data analysis and being able to use those insights, it does become important. And why it becomes important is also because of the ethical reasons behind it. Because AI isn't perfect. AI is only good as the prompter. AI is only good as the creator in many ways. And so in order to ensure that you're not implementing things like bias, etc., I do think that understanding how the AI works, how the model works, how the model learns does become a little bit more important. So I think it depends on which part in the sort of AI marketing world you're using it. Some areas, not so much like the content development. Other areas like the analysis and analytics, for sure, I think it does become important to understand a little bit more of the technical side of AI.
We have advertising moment, right? The active bias is sharing that I bought a nice course on Udemy. It's about prompt engineering. So we have...
there you go. There you go. I like it. Yes.
This comment was not sponsored, Genefa. I have the question from myself. We were talking a lot about this with Prasad. We were talking about this in your interview, but maybe you will summarize for everyone. AI is definitely transforming many industries. But in your view, what is the most significant way AI is is reshaping online education. Will AI kill traditional type of learning in online, or it will be also the same story as with digital marketers? It will not kill them, but it become a significant part. What do you think about AI and transformation of online education?
Yeah, so I actually think I would say that there are two parts to this. So I think it depends on what AI actually does. Is it does empower for sure. I do think it's going to transform education, because if you think about it now, access to information is better and easier than it ever has been. Right. And if you look at how the different generations like to engage with content, you look at Gen Z, for example, who by 2030 are going to be 30% of the workplace. They love to engage with blog posts. They love to engage with short form videos, with images, with podcasts, as an example. And they don't like as much text-based posts or things like emails and newsletters. So in terms of the world of education, I think it's going to superpower it. At the upfront stage, where people want to do micro learning, they want to maybe just tap into a skill, they want to learn something quick. How do I do something in Excel? How do I do a pivot table? How do I do percentage calculations? Or how do I write a good blog? I think for those types of learnings, 100%, people should be going to YouTube, ChatGPT, all of those different places. I think when people actually want to take a skill, they want to hone it, they want to develop it, and they want to turn it into a capability, that's where places like Udemy and more, I will say, intense learning still is going to reign. Because people, if you're actually going to learn a skill and apply it and turn it into a capability, then having a bit more in-depth learning, if you want to learn about Kafka, you want to learn about AWS, you can learn the high level of it. But if you actually want to be able to apply it in the real world in a practical way, it's pretty much that you're probably going to have to go in and spend a couple of hours actually learning it, maybe even doing some hands-on learning as well. When people do hands-on learning, that's when they retain almost 50% more of the knowledge. So I think it's definitely going to be in that upfront micro learning. I think there's an opportunity to leverage AI. But then I think in terms of the world of online learning, of actually being able to turn a skill into a capability, that's where people need a little bit more of that in-depth knowledge and experience.
Genefa, we have a lot of comments like, thank you, Genefa, great insight, it was great, and so on. And just maybe a few questions. Guys, if you really love Genefa's speech, put like to this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Genefa, a few more questions and we will let you go. The question from Hassan. Genefa, you highlighted the importance of data visualization with creating stories that engage people. How would you approach it, and what would you focus on the most?
Yeah. So, and also thank you, Hassan, for the question. I also want to just call out Guy, gave a shout out to Perplexity. I got introduced to Perplexity a couple of weeks ago. If you haven't, it's legend. It's awesome because it gives you sources as well. So especially as you're building out, maybe you're a student, you're building out papers, you want your sources for your information. It takes it, ChatGPT and beyond, it gives you the sources, which is great. So coming back to the question from Hassan about data visualization with creating stories that engage people, I would actually, again, forget about AI for a second, forget about everything, go back to the basics of brand storytelling. And you know what is actually, I'm looking at my bookshelf up here, see, we're not going anywhere with traditional learning. Brand storytelling. There's a great book called Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller. And it's a great example in how you can then take it to data visualization. Because think of building a movie. When you think about building a movie, you think about a protagonist, you think about a hero, you think about the challenge that people are going to deal with. And you should think that way as well when you're thinking about how to tell a story with data. Okay, what's the evil part of the data, right? Is it the benchmark that you're not hitting? Right? What's the hero in the data? Is it your stat, or actually is your stat the sort of down on its luck character that maybe you need to be able to find a way to elevate that back up? So I know it sounds a little bit strange, but how I would focus on it most is I would take it back to making sure you're learning the things of brand storytelling and storytelling through data, just storytelling to start, and then how do you apply it to storytelling through data?
Genefa, I didn't want to ask you about tools, as I've asked a lot of questions during our podcast, but the guys did it for me. So the question about your presentation, the pictures with the card, they were amazing. What AI tool was used? Midjourney? And what AI
Gemini.
tools? Gemini. Okay, great. Yeah, I also love it. Yeah.
Gemini Pro. Yeah, it was. I was like, come on, I can't come and do a presentation about AI and marketing and not create the images with Gen AI. Now, as you will see in some of the cards, like the 10 has only got 4 hearts on there as an example. So there's still a few flaws, but yeah, Gemini Pro is what I use to create those.
Great. Let's see. Maybe we have one more last question. Yeah. It's a customer degree. What about the disadvantages and limitations with AI? What like problems you see of implementation AI in further? It's always about not just advantages. It's always about disadvantages also.
For sure.
Can you share the risks that you see in AI for yourself, for Udemy, for marketers? We understand that it want to take a job, but let's talk about the limitations.
Yeah, definitely. I think there are limitations. I mean, hey, one we just talked about, right? If you look at something like image creation, it's not perfect yet, right? There's still little, nuances, tweaks that you have to make to it. Someone with, two heads, etc. So I think there's still that need to tweak and refine it, but it's getting better every day, and it's pretty amazing what you can do with it. I think the other piece, as we've talked about, is bias, right? There's an inherent bias from the data that the AI is actually being trained on, right? So, and also the fact that it's still humans who are doing the prompts in a lot of cases. So I think that's something that you have to think about. It's very easy, like I talked about in that image analyzer. You put the image in, you get the quick analysis, but still taking the time to say, hang on, is this correct? Let me do a sanity check. So I think there's still some flaws with the sort of the creation, the generative piece of it. Also, as well, I think going back to why humans are so important, generative AI is great, and the more you prompt things and the more you build upon things, the better it can be. And it can sometimes be really, really groundbreaking, really original, but at the same time, it's still learning from itself in many ways, right? So I think, I talked about yesterday with someone, I was talking about the human factor of surprise. If we depend too much on AI to create the content, to create the images, everything at some point, it's not going to be the same, but it's going to have that same feeling. I mean, even now, I think when you read a blog post, like I use AI so much that I can tell, right? If someone sent me something and they've done it with AI, like I can tell. And so I think that human surprise factor, I think, is really important. So I think the creativity, the bias in the data, the ethical and privacy concerns as well as some of the disadvantages. And then sometimes, listen, we all know AI can hallucinate. It doesn't always have the contextual understanding, especially if we're not maybe prompting it correctly. Or when I was talking about customer experience, some of the tools allow you to do things like a sentiment analysis. And, I'm British. I tend to be pretty sarcastic. Sometimes sarcasm can be interpreted as a negative sentiment, and then that sends you down a whole path. And how's that going to turn out? It was like, I wasn't being negative, I was just being sarcastic. So I think there are disadvantages, and that's why you still need the human in the loop.
Genefa, thank you. I was promising that it was last question, but I'm very good and kind moderator. So definitely the last one, Radioactive Bess is asking if I can ask a last question. What are the ethical problems of using AI? I have this topic, this lecture in all my AI courses on Udemy, but your view on this topic definitely will be valuable for the audience.
Yeah, so I think definitely we've talked about bias, the fact that AI, it's leveraging the model that you build, the data that it's built on. I think the other challenge as well is that sometimes AI can be perceived as a bit of a black box, especially when you're when you're getting into that data analysis and optimization phase of the house as well. Like, well, how is AI working? Like, How are the algorithms working? What's the logic that's behind it? And actually, that's a challenge, and that's why, again, human creativity and things like skills like creative thinking, critical thinking, analysis are really important. It's not AI related, but if you think about it from a dev world, a lot of the dev tools like Python, they abstract away a lot of the logic behind. And so when you come to do things like debugging and looking at issues, you'll find that some developers will actually struggle because they haven't necessarily, that they're not using the logic and the thinking. So I think there's the bias in the data, the fact that sometimes it's the black box to it. And then as well, you know, I think I love personalization. Personalization definitely is going to help you to win, I believe. But I think you have to think as a marketer, where's the line between personalization and being creepy? Right? So, you know, knowing your audience, knowing what is going to trigger them to take the next step, to make the purchase, to convert, is really important. But then where does it become a bit of an invasion? Where does it become too much? So that's also some of the ethical things that I think we need to think about. And then there's the whole data privacy, which especially as, you know, if you're thinking about operating in all countries now, but in particular in Europe, becomes really pertinent.
Genefa, I want to say thank you. When I published 3 years ago my first course on Udemy, I have no ideas that I will have a personal meet with its founder and that I will have possibilities to interview 2 times such a great person as you. So it was my pleasure to have you in our life. Thank you from the whole audience. Guys, put from 0 to 10 in chat. How did you love the Genefa's speech? 10 it's maybe maximum, but you can put 11, 12, 15. And Genefa, thank you. Have a great day and see you in our next events.
Thank you for having me, Anton. Have a great rest of the day. Take care, everybody.
Yeah, guys, thank you. Guys, I see that you're mentioning in the chat, so 1,100. Yeah, Genefa was definitely great. She gave us the main aspects of understanding what is going in the Gen AI field. I will try to make it also easy for you. I will share my experience of using Gen AI, how I use it for myself, for our digital marketing projects, and how you can start using it for you. I will share my screen and go to the deck, but as I mentioned, I want not be just sharing the screen. I will try to show you as many tools as you can. So the task for your today's our activity, it's to try to count on your fingers the number of new tools, the number of new possibilities that you will get from this deck. So today I will share with you how AI can save 15.5 hours in your marketing life. It will not be theoretical stuff, it will be practical tools, implementations, some ideas how you can start using ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and other tools much more better and much more effective than you used it before. So as I've mentioned, 15.5, how we did get this digit first time. It was pretty easy. We asked ChatGPT how much time can be saved by AI for marketers, and we get this digit. Firstly, it looked like some fake. After that, we decompose this digit. We get a first table, first limitations, expectations, and we share this framework with our students during our AI creators course, and we've got the first results. We got the first students who told, yes, I've saved 10 hours per week, 15 hours per week, 20 hours per week. So it's worked. It definitely worked. And I'm happy to share this framework with you. I'm happy to tell you how using AI, you can definitely make your life much more easier, much more effective, and get more time for asking the question why, what was mentioned in Genefa many times. So I have pretty good tradition to connect with our audience during webinars. So everyone who joined me on LinkedIn, I will share with you a special gift. It's our top AI tools list. You will get the over 90 AI tools, really great tools that we are daily, weekly using in our marketing activities, our marketing strategies, and I will share with you the best practices, how to use some of these tools during these presentations. So let's connect, find me on LinkedIn, and I will be happy to share with you all these best practices one by one. A few words about me. I'm 17 years in digital marketing. I'm a Google Academy trainer, Gen AI enthusiast. As I mentioned, more than 750,000 people already enrolled in my courses on Udemy. And if we talk about agency business with my partners, we've already worked with a huge amount of companies where we help with digital marketing with such great international brands as Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, BNP Paribas, and much more. So my goal for today is to share with you the best practices. What do you need to know about Gen AI? Gen AI revolution is coming. For some of you, it's already on your home, but brace yourself and try to prepare. I will share with you some 3 very important legends that definitely will change your understanding of AI. The first legend, it's about the price. I often hear from my students that AI tools, they are extremely pricey, that you need to pay a lot of money, hundreds and thousands of dollars. But honestly, you need to invest additional $60 to get access to maybe some valuable tools that definitely transform everything you do. It will be the paid version of ChatGPT. It will be the basic subscription to Midjourney. And if you create video content, as I do, and I do a lot of video content, HeyGen will be your favorite friend during the content creation and optimization. If we talk about the second myth, is about how AI can transform everything around you. I often hear that it's too difficult to dive in AI field. I've started my AI activities in university. I was writing a diploma about search engine algorithms, and already at that moment in 2010, a lot of things that are about machine learning in search engines, about AI, they were already implemented as patterns. As I've mentioned, there were a lot of formulas, metrics, etc. And AI 10 years ago, 12 years ago, it looked extremely complicated. But our experience shows that it's not a rocket science right now. Everyone can jump in AI tools and get the boost of efficiency that will definitely help you to become more efficient, more happier, and get a better result. So I will share with you a lot of tools today, but if you want to start and get more, you can go to such website as Futurepedia, and in Futurepedia you will find 1,500 great AI tools that will definitely make your activities more smooth and AI oriented. You will find there special tools for marketing, productivity, design, coding, video, research analysis, etc. Let's start our practical workshop. I will start it definitely with ChatGPT because you can't pass the way to AI tools without ChatGPT. Let's know each other. Drop in chat 1 if you use free version of ChatGPT and 2 if you use paid version of ChatGPT. Why do I need to know it? Because if we talk about using ChatGPT, it's definitely one of the most valuable tools, but in paid version you have some features and some functionality that is not available in the free version. I will go with you through the basic stuff, how ChatGPT in practice can make your life much more easier and much more faster. I will start with the question, what is digital marketing strategy? When you work as marketer, you think a lot about strategy, but if we'll try to summarize, strategy is always about questions. Pretty easy questions that you need to ask on the regular basis. I will show you these questions in the format of pretty easy to use Excel spreadsheet, and we will go through all these questions one by one. You need to understand the mission of the company. So if you start doing something with business, you need to understand what is this company. So it's the mission statement. If we go further to the products, you need to understand the USPs, unique selling proposition. Why are we sexy? Why our product must be bought, not the competitors' one? Of course, we need to understand the competitors. So we need to understand the competitors' market. A lot of digital marketing tools such as SimilarWeb, SEMrush, etc., they will definitely help you to understand your market. We need to find the right proper KPIs and implement them in your activities, in your system. The next is the question, who are our clients? We will need to understand target audience. There were a lot of questions about customer journey to Genefa, and definitely we need to go through and find the answers about our clients and about our target audience. What's the next? When we've answered all these questions, we have understanding about how it can be implemented. It can be implemented in content plans, media plans, and our marketing and advertising campaigns that will reach our message to our audience. It looks easy, but if you talk about our courses, we have 63 courses on Udemy. We have much more on AiMe Academy, Booster Academy, our other educational projects. We always started with students with the question, why? So we tried to understand how it can be implemented, and it always took 5 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours to fill this table and make this research and start using this data. Right now, using paid version of ChatGPT, you can create MyGPTs that can help you to make these templates much more easier and much more faster. Personally, for me, I've created MyGPT. MyGPT is the easiest form of AI agent that helps me to make my marketing research in seconds. Of course, it can hallucinate. Genefa was totally right when she told about the reasons what can be wrong with AI. It can hallucinate, it can give mistakes, but going to the easiest created AI agents, we can just go and drop here some site. For example, I want to examine what is going on with Amazon's digital marketing strategy. And here we are. All fields that we've mentioned in the table, ChatGPT will examine by itself. So paid version of ChatGPT can go online through Bing. It can work with tables, it can get there all this information, and we see that just adding the website to analysis, we get the data about the Amazon's mission statement, its unique selling proposition. We've got the data about the main competitors based on the SimilarWeb, SEMrush, and Ahrefs platforms. So we see all this data and it's much more easier. We have some ideas about the SMART goals, macro conversions, micro conversions, and how to measure this. Of course, the most valuable part for research, for brainstorming in AI field, is to build something based on the target audience and personas. So if we talk about understanding target audience, we see that ChatGPT can help us to brainstorm about our customers. Who are these people? How do they interact, etc., etc., etc. So after we understand our target audience, we can go further and we can see the content plan. So we can create the content plan for our communication and even get some examples of the posts. The last but not the least, if we will adjust with ChatGPT our expectations about advertising budget, it can divide this advertising budget in different sources and help us with the creative media plan. It looks fantastic because for the same job, I've spent a few hours previously to do this research, even getting all templates, all formulas, all frameworks. Right now, it can much more faster. Of course, you need to double check the data. ChatGPT and most of the AI tools right now works as some trainee, very active trainee, but in some situations on Friday evening, this guy can be drunk and start doing some crazy things with data, with digits, and you definitely need to try to check all this stuff one by one, because it can definitely spoil your reputation and make a lot of problems. So the first thing that it's definitely important in your marketing and digital marketing routine, is start using GPTs. It's not as some rocket science. You don't need to know some programming stuff. This GPT was created just in half an hour. I've explained in details, step by step, what ChatGPT need to do on each point, gave him the results I want to examine, explained what fields I need in the tables, shared with them budget I need, allowed to go to web to search the information, and maybe that's it. What is really valuable in this story, we can proceed further, going deep with creating some customer journey. For example, we can ask ChatGPT to act as. Genefa also mentioned this trick. We can ask ChatGPT to be as Techiton, so we can ask to imagine you are Techiton. And here we can go in deep in any part of customer journey. We can go in customer journey offline. We can go in customer journey offline. We can ask something about, for example, social media presence, how you will search information about us, search information about us in social media, And you will get some hypotheses that will definitely help you to understand what platforms you need to be present, what type of content you need to create, what ideas maybe about hashtags, content plan, media plan, budget solutions, etc. All this information will be here. So the first big thing what you can do with AI, it can be your friend, it can be your buddy, it can be your companion during the planning. So you can brainstorm with ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude about market, about product, about positioning, about target audience, your strategy. Don't forget that it's still trainee. Of course, you can say act as Genefa or act as Anton, but in this case, you still need to double check the data, what you have in the ChatGPT, because it will definitely be the game changer in everything you do. You see that I have a lot of different my GPTs in my left menu. So I will go further and explain what we can get with my GPTs in your challenge to save 15.5 hours in your daily marketing routine. So next, very important step is to go further and build your content presence and create the content plan for further communication. I have my own GPT that not just helps me with the content plan, but also gives me possibility to create some astonishing images for communication on Facebook, on Instagram, LinkedIn, etc. And this is another big stuff. It can be started just with one button. For example, I need to create a content plan for this month, for November, and going through the web, ChatGPT will give me ideas for the most popular holidays all over the world. For example, we have Universal Children's Day, Thanksgiving Day, St. Andrew's Day, World Vegan's Day, etc. World Vegan's Day looks interesting. Let's see how I will look with the salad. This prompt can be easily used for any AI image generator. So it can go through this stuff like Midjourney in Discord interface. And here we can definitely add some recommendations that will help us go through. We can ask Midjourney imagine me, and let's see how it will work. What is definitely good with all AI tools, as I mentioned, the paid version of ChatGPT is just $20. The basic version of Midjourney is just $10. And in few seconds, you get the solution for your marketing approach, and you see how it can work and how it can be done much faster. The problem with all these guys, they are not look like me. It's a problem because when I will try to change the face, it will be something similar, but definitely not me. But Midjourney helps me to create my online photo sessions. So that's how I can look for the World Vegetarian Day. And I'm cooking some really huge salads. So if these guys look similar to me, you can put in chat from 0 to 10. Is it the guy is me or it's someone else? So you see that ChatGPT just in second helps us to brainstorm ideas for content. It gives you possibility to discuss about trends, what is trending, to find these trends. You can monitor the content. For example, among my GPTs, I have my social media newsletter. I will show you what I've done. I've just asked ChatGPT to monitor exactly websites I need. So I need to monitor Social Media Examiner and the these two clubs. So these two websites I need to monitor. And if I want to find the newest trends, what's changed in LinkedIn, in TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and you know that everything is changing on the regular basis. For example, I go to see the last updates of TikToks. It will go to check our library, and we have the integration, the Getty image, music sharing enhancement, political developments, and the last articles with the links. So I don't need to go to web. ChatGPT will give me possibility to find the trends I want to share, and it can be done much more faster. If we talk about the practical tasks such as copywriting, it's definitely one of the most challenging stuff, because you need to write a lot, and you need to write on the regular basis. So for this stuff, I have, for example, my LinkedIn helper. This GPT helps me to create posts in the LinkedIn style that I've mentioned, and I taught it. For example, as I mentioned, we are teaching on Udemy, so that's how we've met with Genefa, and we are moving to 1 million of students. It's our long-term goal in the next year. In this year, unfortunately, we will want to choose maybe 800,000 students, maybe possible, but let's see. For example, I'm preparing the content plan, and I'm preparing the publication on LinkedIn for this digit when we've reached 800,000 students. What I will do, I will go to my LinkedIn helper, and it's enough to share here just that some digits that we have 800K students on Udemy. I can add that it's achieved. And just in few seconds, already taught GPT will go through and will create the post definitely in the style of how LinkedIn posts are usually created. I'm thrilled to announce, I want to share with you, I want to shout out, etc. And that's how it's going. And even it remembers about my milestone to 1 million, and it's mentioning it here. So we have the post. Of course, we can ask to create a picture for this post. And DALL-E will help us to create some content, and it can be done just in a few seconds, and we will get the basic ideas what we can use here for our further steps and further activities. So we see that small assistants like my GPTs can help you in different ways. And here we see the bug that Genefa mentioned. It's hallucinating. It's definitely hallucinating. I don't like the zeros, but it's okay. So we have my GPT that helps us with understanding of market. We have ChatGPT that helps us brainstorm content ideas. We have ChatGPT that helps us to create posts, publications, and it's definitely the basic stuff we need to start. What further? Of course, we need to work not just with ChatGPT, but we need to use other AI tools. And I will share a few best practices and tips with other AI tools that will definitely help you to save some additional hours in your life and in your activities. Google Gemini is definitely another game changer. And if we talk about what I love about Gemini, it helps to watch YouTube much more faster. So if we talk about Gemini, it has connection to YouTube, so you can drop a few YouTube links and get the summaries, get prepared post for Facebook, for Instagram based on your YouTube content, etc. And this is the first great thing. If we talk about the image generation, everyone loved the cards that Genefa used in her presentation. And if we will come back to DALL-E, that we used here to generate my post and check the Genefa's presentation, definitely image gen, which is used in Gemini, it's much more better than DALL-E in image generation, at least at this moment. But at the same time, it's free. So you don't need to pay ChatGPT. You can use the free version of Gemini, and you can generate some images per day for free. If we talk about another very important stuff that we have in Gemini, and it also has a great impact on your productivity, you can go through all this stuff and you can create images, not just with Gemini, but you can also integrate Gemini with your Google Drive, and you can find information much more faster. If we talk about the third really great tool that we use on regular basis, it's Claude 3.5 Sonnet by Anthropic. And usually if we talk about our experience, about experience of our students, other marketers, these three tools, they are used on regular basis. And very often when you have some sensitive information, very sensitive request, you are going to at least two of them. Because if one will hallucinate, the second can give you the realistic information. If you need to check something really sensitive with your compliance, laws, rules, etc., you can double check and put the same request in all three tools, in ChatGPT, in Gemini, and Claude. So it's a good practice, which definitely must be checked before you will go further and you will make a deep dive in this stuff. I mentioned that DALL-E is not so good in generating image. It's a part of ChatGPT, but if you talk about the reality, it's pretty easy to generate images exactly in the DALL-E interface. Some specific images with a lot of numbers, dots, etc., the number of fingers, it won't be ideal, but some easy images, photos, etc., DALL-E will generate pretty good. So we can ask it to create some image. I don't know, I love lemurs and slosses. They guys that already created everything, and they have the AI power. Create photo of lemur. And we will get some photo. Definitely it will be not cartoon style. We can make this prompt much more enhanced, photorealistic with details, etc. But this photo is basic. This photo is basic. We will have Helena from OpenArt, our last speaker today. She will share much more best practices using different models and how it can be used and how it can be done. But if we talk of DALL-E as the part of GPT system, it's definitely worth to try to make your life easier and to make some photos much more faster. Among our students and among our clients, I've already heard about such practice when marketer creates some templates that he or she likes with DALL-E. After that, they send email to the web designer with phrase, guys, I need the same, but as human, but transform it and so on. We know that technical tasks is really difficult stuff for everyone. And when you have the idea, it's much more faster to visualize it with your own fast prompt. And after that, if it needs some changes, for example, you have 7 fingers or you have some issues with eyes or other stuff, what is regular in the most of AI image generation tools, you can definitely do it by yourself and check before you will try to implement somewhere. What is the next stage? Definitely Midjourney is game changer. If we talk about the image generation, Midjourney helps us to create a lot of great and astonishing images. In my own Midjourney account, I have just maybe a few pictures with myself, but a lot of stuff with my kids. I have 3 small kids. They love Midjourney because each of them have their own favorite book or film. For example, the older daughter loves Harry Potter, so you understand that maybe it's Hermione Granger. The smallest one loves Spider-Man, so we will get this guy and we will have its ideas about Spider-Man and activities. The middle one don't think that this is Stitch, but everyone who knows how to act with kids, it definitely works and definitely will love this stuff. So if we talk about the image generation, how to save time and make your life much more easier as marketer, I definitely recommend you to invest 10 minutes in $10 in Midjourney and invest some time to learn the basic prompts, basic recommendations. But in our courses, in our AI creator course, we teach you not to remember prompts, not create a library of prompts or your own Bible of prompts. We teach you how one AI, for example, ChatGPT, can help you, can assist you creating prompts for another AI, for example, for Midjourney, Runway, Hagen, Kling AI, etc., and deal with all this stuff on the regular basis. Getting these astonishing pictures, we can move forward and we can go to the next step. We can make all these pictures live. There are a lot of beautiful AI video tools, such as Runway, such as Kling AI. All of us are waiting for Sora from ChatGPT. I think that it definitely will be a game changer, because if we talk about Sora, Sora can make our life even much more easier, because right now ChatGPT can create text, it can create tables, it can create images. If we will get Sora as the part of ChatGPT product, nobody knows will it be, etc. Such astonishing stuff when you are prompting a stylish woman walks on the Tokyo street, and this woman will make a live. She will go live and start walking. It will be definitely great, and it will be definitely astonishing. So let's wait for this woman. She will be really great activity. Yeah, she is walking. She is walking. So it's the example of text to video AI when you get the text prompt and text prompt was transformed in video. This also love this mammoth. They are beautiful. They are running the snowy stuff. But while everyone is waiting for Sora, Runway and Kling already did it. So you can go to Kling AI, you can go, and with these AI tools, you can make your images from Midjourney live. As I mentioned, my small boy, he's 3 years old. He loves some animals, so he loves donkeys, and donkey is moving in Lego. He loves sheep. Definitely he loves some cats and these other animals and so on. But this is the example of kid stuff. You can easily create basic animations for Halloween just for a few clicks, creating and generating image from Midjourney, and Kling AI or Runway will make these images live, and this is the next stage. Definitely some activities can be used as regular advertising. It can add additional value for you, and you can get all this stuff one by one. As I mentioned, I love lemurs and sloths. These animals are symbols that everything can be done with AI. And after that, they can make a rest. Just easy prompt, lemur making a selfie in a busy office, and you got the lemur. Lemur is not making selfie right now. He's just preparing, but definitely it's a good prompt that we can use. A lot of activities, and as you see, there are videos generated by these tools, by Runway, by Kling, and maybe in future with Sora. They are definitely good, but hallucinations are possible. For example, as I mentioned, the older daughter is a fan of Harry Potter, and when I told her that I was in Hogwarts and I was playing Quidditch, she told, "You are a liar, it's not true." But I need to generate this video. It's not very realistic, it has its own bugs, but it's an example definitely of some type of hallucination. So guys, as I mentioned previously, we have a lot of astonishing AI tools that can make your life much more faster, much more easier, and much more effective. Maybe one of the last tools that I've shared with you before I will go deep in activity. This tool saves for me at least 5 hours per week, as I record a lot of content by myself. It's Hagen. Hagen is the most powerful AI tool in the field of AI avatars. I create a lot of videos with Hagen. Maybe some of advertisements that you've shared and found before St. Paul's conference, they were created by Hagen. It's definitely easy to create video. You need just to go to your avatars and check which avatar you like. For example, this one. And with this avatar, you check the type of video you want. It can be landscape, it can be portrait. You just drop, copy, paste here the content you want to share. For for example, welcome to the new era of video creation with HeyGen, and submit. In few minutes, you will get the video that will save you a lot of time in the process of filmmaking. I use it in many activities because the video you got with HeyGen, it's realistic. It's realistic. It still can be marked as 8 from 10, 9 from 10, but it's definitely pretty good in generating images, video, and so on. Implementing all these tools in their strategy, in their activity, our students already saved a lot of time. When my students came to the first exams with the Gamma app presentation, I was fascinated. What is Gamma app? Is the way how you can create presentation with AI for seconds. When one of our first students finished her exam with AI avatar by HeyGen, it was really fascinating. But such examples, they are just started. There are a lot of great other examples how you can implement AI in your life and your activities. Guys, I see a lot of questions in the chat, so I maybe will finalize and give you some another, and the last, my favorite tool among the AI tools is SendPulse. We use SendPulse as partners maybe for 7 years or 8. And the guys from SendPulse will help me to recall. We started to use it when it was not AI tool. We started to use it for email marketing, for chatbots, as CRM, as LMS, and right now we also use its AI-powered possibilities in chatbots, because you can connect to SendPulse chatbot OpenAI, and your communication with clients, your customer support can be much more faster and much more easier using AI tools. So the last but not the least, what I definitely recommend you to do is if you want to make a deep dive in AI, if you really have possibility to change your life and you want to save 15.5 hours per week with artificial intelligence, I recommend you to join to our new course with 87% off. We decided to start Black Friday a little bit earlier. Today is just 20th of November, but the Black Friday sales for us is already started. So get the course for just $37 and learn how you can use all these tools, how you can implement them in your life and your activity. You see the QR code, you will get the link and special offer in chat and the final newsletter for the all conference participants. AI Creator course is not just about tools. It's about the change in your life, how you can be more efficient, more faster, more creative, and spend times not on doing some marketing routine, but on changing everything around you. Our students already shared a lot of the case studies, experience, and I will be happy to have you on this course and change your life too. As I promised at the beginning, for everyone who joined to me on LinkedIn, you will get a lot of another great pieces of content about AI. We just launched our free webinars. The first free live webinar will be just in a week. So use this QR code, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to it. Don't forget to click notify me button, because it will help you. Don't miss the possibility to learn how you can build AI in your life, how you can turn it a new profession that can help you to earn additional 1.5K per month. All this stuff will be in our webinar the next week. And if you want to really learn more about AI with the great guys, I have already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 podcast episodes on the January Revolution podcast. Genefa will be the next guest we will publish. So if you loved interview with Genefa, the first my recommendation is to go to our YouTube channel. Just type in Anton VORONIUK on YouTube and subscribe. Maybe you will be definitely interested to see the podcast with Prasad Raja, with CPO of Udemy. But here you have a lot of topics about how to use AI avatars, about AI in sales, AI in marketing, and AI in mail marketing, and so on. So this what you will be definitely benefit from this stuff. The last but not the least, it's our checklist. Guys will share the additional gift from me with everyone who joined to me on LinkedIn. Who didn't join to me on LinkedIn, please do it using the QR code. And I'm ready to go to the questions. We will have just 5 minutes to the questions, and I will be happy to answer all questions you have. Guys, as I've asked you to mark and to put marks for Genefa's speech, I will ask to put marks for me. Please put from 0 to 10 in chat how useful it was. I will be happy to learn your feedback, and let's go through the question. We have the first question from Nadia. If someone isn't using AI in 2024, are they already irrelevant? How can they recover before it's too late? It's a good question, Nadia. Honestly, Udemy survey for business clients gave us a great data that 70% of professions will be totally changed till the end of 2027. So the good answer is that you have at least 3 years, while the landscape of regular professions that we have right now will be totally changed. So you have the time. Getting some deep learning about AI in our AI creator course on Udemy, on Coursera, by practicing AI tools. It's always about practice. As you see, I was not theoretical, guys. I'm using these tools on a daily basis. I asked my team to use them. I asked my team to try to do all tasks as AI first. So it definitely what you need to be focused and you need to do in your daily regular routine. We have the next question from Julia Gentila. What are the most valued AI skills for the future? Is there like a top 10 to aspire to? Julia, it's a great question. If we talk about the main top AI skills, it's definitely about how you will use AI in your sphere and your niche. I will definitely recommend you to rewatch the Genefa's talk if we talk about the marketing, all stuff that she mentioned about analytics, segmentation, content creation, strategic briefing, etc. It can be actual for marketing. In sales, we have our own skills. In the learning and development, our own skills. In management, our own skills. So for each topic, you have your own number of skills in AI that will be definitely active. If we will try to talk about something universal, it's maybe the basic prompt engineering. It will be helpful to understand how it works. I'm not the guy who recommends to create your own prompt Bibles. I'm the guy who is teaching how AI can talk with another AI. So how you can create your own MyGPT that will help you to create prompts for Midjourney, HeyGen, write scripts, write books, etc. So that is the main idea. So the first skill is the basic prompt engineering to understand how AI works, but the very important skill is to create this communication when AI helps you to other AI to work correct. Hassan, could you drop us the instructions of the GPTs? Hassan, it depends what GPT you're interested. Can you please clarify the chat? Martina asks, which are your top 3 tools you use on daily basis? I've mentioned these tools. So they were in these presentations. This is ChatGPT, this is Midjourney, and this is HeyGen. But other tools that were in these collections, they are definitely used on a regular basis too. Okay. Okay, we see some comments. This was comment. There is the question, is it possible for now to create a commercial product video only with some AI videos tools with normal quality by one person? Yes. In our AI creator course, we have Michael Hayna. Michael Hayna created such commercials with for avia companies, for jewelry companies, for other brands, and they look astonishing. They look super realistic, and it's not fast process. For some videos, he spent like 3 weeks for 30 minutes, for 30 seconds video, but the result is really, really great. We have the next question. Radioactive Bass, did you see the latest Coca-Cola ad? Yes, we had today another AI webinar, and one of our constructors was sharing this video on the webinar. They were criticized for using AI. What's your opinion about it? I think that AI is revolution. No one loves revolutions, and it will be people that will say this is bullshit, it will not work. But definitely, as we had printing, computer, smartphones, all of these types, they were revolutions. So you definitely need to adopt. Coca-Cola's video was not ideal. It definitely was not ideal, but with the next steps, it can be so. We have a comment from Guy Sharma. Claude every day better for copywriting than ChatGPT for me. It depends. Claude for better copywriting needs big prompts. You can push big prompts and educate and teach ChatGPTs, MyGPTs, and the educated MyGPTs. When you give to MyGPT the examples of your posts, examples of your copy, they will work better than not educated Claude. But if you will use educated Claude and educated ChatGPT, it's always the personal opinion, when you can be right or you can be wrong. Okay, let's see. I have a lot of tens in chat. Guys, I really appreciate your feedback. I'm stop sharing the screen. It's time to present to you the next speaker. I definitely will give you possibility to get the answers for all your questions. I will answer to your questions in chat while the next speaker will be sharing with you his experience and his great data. But before this, I want our tech team asked to share with you the example what is our AI creator course can do with you. So let's see the short video, and I will introduce our next speaker.
Imagine this. You are earning 1.5K or more each month doing work you love, and you are doing it from anywhere. Sounds like a dream, right? But it's not just a dream. You can make this a reality in just 1 month with my new AI for Content Creator course. AI-driven content creation is one of the fastest, most profitable skills you can master. And here is the kicker. You don't need any fancy experience. No tech wizardry, just the willingness to learn, and I'll guide you every step of the way. This course is 87% off right now, and there are only few spots left.
So as you see, Black Friday is coming, and I'm happy to introduce you to our next speaker. It's Constantine Soika, product manager at St. Paul's. Constantine's career in IT began in 2014 as a technical support agent, later transitioning into the project management. His first major accomplishment was building an SMS mailing service from the ground up, marking his entry into SMS marketing. Currently, Constantine oversees 3 key projects in St. Paul's: SMS Viber messaging, interactive pop-ups, and mobile apps. Known for his leadership and strategic planning abilities, Constantine consistently delivers results by enhancing marketing and communication channel. So let's talk with Constantine about creating compelling interaction using pop-ups and how to connect and convert. Hi, Constantine, how are you?
Hi, Anton. I'm kind of tired. It's pretty late out here in Ukraine, you know.
Yeah. But I think that you are ready to share some really great insights.
I
Are you
really
ready?
do. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. That was a part of my job to do that myself, but I see you did a great job for me in this case. So, hey,
Okay,
everyone.
guys.
Just let me share my screen with you. Okay, some words about me that were already told by Anton. Thanks again for that. And as it happens, I am the product manager for the pop-up service. To begin with, pop-up is slightly connected to the AI as it is, but Samples in general uses this AI a lot and provides the ability to use AI to our customers. So what is Samples? Samples is pretty much easy life changer for each and every marketer. It provides with the ability to easily create chatbots, engage customers through SMS, Viber, push messages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter chat box, all this stuff. Create landing pages, set up the CRM and run your sales through it. Set up pop-ups. And as I am a product manager for pop-up service, I will talk about this more. Pop-ups or forms that everyone ignore, that will be a part of information about that as well. This service usually drives the customers mad, but it still works just fine or even better than that. So what are the pop-ups? Basically, these are the interactive forms that appear or pop up on your website according to some scenarios or some rules. We actually call them the display conditions, like 3 different ways to call the one and the same stuff. So I will share some stats now, because I believe there are lots of marketing people here, marketing professionals, and all of the marketers love numbers. So some minor stats. More than 7 million people see the pop-ups which are created on our platform every month. And this number, I mean the 7 million number, grows from month to month, because pop-up service is pretty young with samples, and the numbers are growing pretty fast. Just under 1,000 new websites are getting connected to the pop-up service to engage the customers through like another channel. And more than 2,000 new pop-ups are created every month, with those less than 1,000 new websites. Funny thing is that 90% of visitors of this conference, I believe, think something like, I never actually look at those pop-ups. I usually close them as soon as they appear, or I never pay attention to those floating ads. But even though you think so, you still do pay attention to them, and I'll prove this. Imagine the situation, like you're scrolling through the website, you're browsing, you're looking for something particular, you can't find that, or you find something different, and you are about to close the tab with that website, but some pop-up appears saying like minus 25%, or like sale just for you just now. But your finger tends to be a bit faster than the script which is working on the website, and you still manage to close the tab. But you already seen that there was a kind of special offer for you, so you go back to the website and do all of the same stuff you've done previously just to get that special offer one more time. But that doesn't work this way, because the display condition worked and you didn't get the actual sale, the actual result. But this can be fixed by choosing the different type of display scenarios. So what are pop-ups actually good for? Even though it irritates lots of people, but like people think it irritates them. Pop-ups are really good for lead generation, because the ads are pretty small, they do not consume lots of space on the screen, it's pretty handy to use. Sales and upsells, you can set up the display condition for the pop-up to appear only when some kind of action was taken by the user, let's say a purchase, so we can upsell something else. Customer retention, retargeting will be shown as the example of the pop-up usage later on this presentation. And simple informing of your website visitors about something notable you want your customers to know. Here is the example of a really simple pop-up, which we will recreate in our constructor later on. It has only 3 fields. It engaged almost 140,000 clients, meaning it was shown to 140K, and it engaged 75,500 of them, meaning 75,500 of people left some kind of contact information. So basically some kind of trash lead was created. Another example, which reached 775,000 people and only 5% engaged, but those 5% made 34,000 leads. I think that is a pretty awesome result, because this pop-up, which you do see on the screen, can be created in our constructor in less than a couple of minutes. And pretty much the most shown pop-ups, which provide lots of traffic for us, are pop-up informers, which do not actually generate anything, but they reach a lot of people. This particular pop-up reached 3.2 million people in 2.5 months, as far as I remember. I did not even manage to translate what this pop-up says. If somebody knows this language, you can drop us a message in the comment section with the translation of this pop-up, but it still worked pretty awesome. Lots of people reached, and the information was provided. Pop-up is not a silver bullet. I will just read this because these words make sense. But yet, it's a pretty inexpensive, easy to set up way to additionally engage your customers one time at minimum. Not much effort for some results, and I do actually believe this is an actual win. I will now actually pause my presentation with the intro, because the intro was long enough, and I will try and provide you with more information about the constructor and more insight on how do you actually use the constructor, the pop-up constructor examples. The presentation says it has 21 blocks that are currently available in Pop-up Builder, and that is not true, because it's already 22. We've just yesterday we've released another gamification option, which, if the time is right and time allows us, I will show you today. We do have 34 different automated scenarios, which are also called, as we know from the previous words of mine, display conditions, or just pop-up rules. And these 34 different conditions can be mixed up and shuffled around in like indefinite number of different for an indefinite number of situations where you want to engage your customers. And for the lazy bags like I am, we do have 134 templates, actually ready to go pop-ups, which can be taken from our library and used as they are, or just have a look on them and fuel your imagination, or get one and fix it for yourself. It's all up for you. I'll try to make it as understandable as possible, because the pop-up constructor, I do believe, as the product manager, I tend to believe it's not as difficult to use as it looks like, but it still takes a couple of minutes to understand what button does what. Next, we'll create 3 different pop-ups. I will lead you through the whole process of creating the website, the project, the pop-up, getting some stats and seeing those stats. So I'll provide you with a way to generate leads, to gather customer feedback with the NPS pop-up, and to inform and convert the customer to some other mean of communication. Give me a sec. I'll share my screen right now. Right. Everything's good? Do you guys see it? Okay. So creating a pop-up actually starts with creating a website, because pop-up should be placed on the website. Now, our pop-up can work both with the websites which are created on the basis of samples, and with the websites which are creating third-party website constructors, or even on raw code. It's way easier for me to create the website at samples, but I will definitely show you how to place our script on different platform as well. So let's go ahead and create a website. I will not take much time for this, so we'll hit create the website, choose some kind of a template over here, scroll it down, hit edit. Again, you can change anything you like in there. Oh, I misclicked. I think I misclicked. We'll create the website again. Let's choose this. We'll hit edit. We'll publish this website. Let's give it some name. We'll save it. We just need the website to make the pop-ups actually going. So the website is published and we're good to go. So imagining we do have the website now. We'll now go to the pop-ups and create our project with it. There is a button here saying create a project. We hit this. And now you do have the two options I talked previously. The first one, the easier one, is actually binding the pop-up project to the website, which is creating the platform samples, because in this case, you can simply choose the website from this drop-down list and connect the website to it. If the website is not actually created with the samples, you go to the second button right here, you enter the URL for the website, you hit the get code button. Below this window, you will receive the code for insertion to your actual code of the website. You go to your code, the code of the website, and you paste this only line. This is actually the whole script which is needed for the pop-up service to run on your web page. This is basically it, the only string of the code which separates you from using the pop-ups. That's it. So you paste it, you save it. I could actually do that again, like one more time here, but GitHub somehow takes from 10 up to 15 minutes to actually upload all of the changes. So we'll stick with creating the project with samples. So we'll connect the site to our project. The project is created. We'll go to this project right here. It's empty at the moment, and we'll add our first pop-up. Before I start doing anything further, I need you to understand that pop-up service is closely connected to the CRM service. Each and every action your customer takes on your website, each and every step, like generating a lead, generating purchase or something, everything is written down, is saved in your CRM, in the field for the context in the CRM system. Again, the CRM of samples. You can later on export those things, but we're not talking about CRM at the moment. So all of the things, all of the settings which I'm about to show you, they are connected to the CRM as well, because you will be able to filter the contexts using those settings which you are currently using in the pop-up as well. So let's recreate the pop-up which we've seen and which engaged 75K of people. This template looks good to me. We will delete the button and we will add the scratch card to it. A couple of words about the constructor in general. The whole constructor is actually separated in two different elements right here. The first button, which is styling, and the next one, which is elements. The styling is the general styling for your pop-up, which is the type of the pop-up, like floating, like modal window, like overlay, where the pop-up covers up like 100% of your screen, the horizontal pop-up, which also called a sticky bar, that is a kind of a pop-up which gets glued to the edge of a screen, like to the upper or the lower one. Next, you can choose its location, you can work with its size, with its style, the style of inner elements, and choose the animation for the pop-up entry and the pop-up exit. As simple as this. Now we go to the elements. Here are the 21, but not actual 21, but 22 different elements which can be added to the body of the pop-up, which can be divided in some groups of like engaging, meaning the, say, gamification pop-ups like scratch card, dice, or I lost it, or spin to win, or roulette, and lead generating kind of fields like entry fields, like text areas, drop downs, informing elements like images, multi-selects, and radio buttons, and general ones. I would say it's the NPS survey because it does not actually fit to any of those groups. Video pop-ups and spacers, which are actually the elements of the design. So let's get back to creating the actual pop-up. We'll change the text to something like scratch to win. We'll go back. We'll add and fix the entry field. Now, the connection with the CRM. Here is the field called variable. We choose the variable from the CRM contact in which the actual data entered by the client of your website will be saved. In this case, we need the email address, so we'll stick to the email. And we'll also make this field required in order for your client, for the visitor of your website, to not be able to actually scratch the card without leaving some kind of contact information below. And now we'll set up the scratch card. We'll choose the style, one of the 6 styling options. We'll add the promo codes to it. You can add indefinite numbers of promo codes here. We'll add like 3 of them. We'll choose the variable where we actually want to save the winning result. And we can also add the text on the top of the scratch card itself. So we'll go next, and we'll go to the display conditions. These are the 34 display conditions I've talked about previously. They are grouped, and they are divided in different groups. You can add as many of them as you like. They will work simultaneously or one by one. It's up for you to decide. We do not actually have enough time for me to run through all of them, so we'll choose the frequency to every time the visitor opens your website in order to everything to work smoothly. And we'll work with some other of them while creating 2 next pop-ups. We'll go to data saving. In this case, we want to save the email address, say to email to some mailing list, to work with this email address in the email service provided over the samples as well. We can create a deal in the CRM. Again, we can create the deal in the CRM, but the contact in the CRM will be created automatically. But I actually didn't want that. So we'll go ahead and publish this pop-up. Let's go and see how that works for us. And here is our pop-up. We'll leave the email right here. We'll scratch the card, and we'll receive the coupon. As simple as this. I truly believe that even without knowing the platform on the level of a developer like me, like from the third-person view over here, making such pop-up, adding some kind of adequate text to it will not take more than half an hour for a person. Now, we actually checked that with our support group. I checked this with my wife. She's kind of non-techie person, but everything worked just fine. It took her about 20 minutes to recreate the pop-up. I was kind of curious about that. This pop-up again generated 75,000 engagements in less than 30 minutes of work. So even though everybody ignores the pop-up, nobody actually does. So let's get back to our pop-ups and we'll erase this one. And we'll create the customer feedback pop-up. I am too lazy ass to create the pop-up from the very beginning, so I will just choose one from the templates right here. I like this one. I like its color. Again, as for the elements, the text area, the NPS element, the email address, and the button to actually send the whole combination of the information added by your customer. As for the settings, we'll go to NPS survey. We'll choose the variable to save the NPS somewhere for you to later on go to CRM and actually filter the guys who marked you as a 10, as a 9, or as a 1. God save us. Next, we can actually play with its design. I will not change it, but still there are lots of options here to change the styling for the NPS. We can align the content. We can display the instructions. For those who actually do not understand, the 10 is more than one. And this is pretty much it. Now we'll go to the email address, check that the email is stored. That's about it. We'll go next. And we'll publish it. Let's see how that works. But as simple as this. We'll rate ourselves a 10, of course, because we love ourselves. We'll add some kind of email address in here, and we'll hit the send button. Thank you. Everything went smoothly. We'll reload this page, and now we'll go to stats. Because, yeah, I do remember that marketers love stats. We'll go to the statistics. Now we see that there was one engagement with one conversion and one email address added. We'll go to analytics. And we'll see that there was a contact with the name Leave with this email address who was on the site 3 minutes ago and actually interacted with the pop-up. Again, as simple as this. You can work with it as you like. And now we'll go to one of my favorites ones, because I do love when people create the pop-ups who generate lots of views, lots of engagements. So I'll get back to the pop-up called the informer, which does not actually generate any leads, but informs the people about some actions which were taking place on their website. And the best usage scenario, which I think of, is using the pop-up when your shop is actually closed. So let's say your shop works, I don't know, 9 to 5, 9 to 7. And all other time it is closed, and you do not want to actually leave that possible sale behind. So we'll try and convert the person who entered your website to some other communication channel. Let's go ahead and add another pop-up. We can actually use any of those. We will erase the button from here, and we'll add the messaging app here. The messaging app element is the element which connects pop-ups to our chatbot service. I currently only have the Telegram chatbot present in my account, so I can only use the kind of context via Telegram button, but all of these social networks are represented as samples. You can create the chatbot using any of them. Actually, to be honest, chatbots are not my cup of tea. But on the bright side, we do have lots of people who know what they're doing in the chatbot service, and we do have the short video we will now show you that will provide you with some insight of how the chatbots are actually creating, how AI works with it. So if we may, I'd like to start showing that video.
With OpenAI and SendPulse, you can speed up your chatbot content development process and cut the time you need to produce text content. You can also automate repetitive tasks like creating template messages. Let's look at how to generate automated flow content using AI and improve your chatbot performance. Go to the Chatbots section, select the bot from the list, and create a new flow. Click Create a Flow using AI. In the input field, add your instructions on what your flow should look like. Try to include the necessary details in the description. For example, you can specify what content you want to send, the number of flow messages and their topics, user data to be requested, etc. Click Create a Flow and wait a few minutes for your flow to be generated. Do not close the page until the generation process is complete. Your wait time may depend on your flow complexity and the number of elements and branches. View the generated chain. Some elements may require additional editing. You'll need to fill them with relevant information. Make sure that implemented variables and tags exist in your chatbot's audience and add unaccounted for links between elements. Hover over an element with a warning sign to see a hint about what you need to pay attention to. Save and launch the resulting flow. Test it to see how users will interact with it. Once you finish, you can link your flow to a trigger or add it to another flow. SendPulse allows you to test the AI flow generation feature up to 5 times for free. If you plan to use the tool more often, enable integration with OpenAI in the chatbot settings using a pay plan.
So what are we going to do now is we'll try and convert the person who's leaving your website for good to someone who's going to wait till the next morning to actually commit a sale. We'll choose my bot. We'll go next. And now we'll work with time. If you do want to set up your shop for the actual period when it's closed, you will use let's say the time based on your site visitors time zone, and you will enter something like from 7 p.m. till, I don't know, 8 a.m. The pop-up should be shown. So 7 in our case in European standard is 19 till say 8, the pop-up will be shown. Just in order to demonstrate, it's 21:10 right now, so the pop-up should be shown starting with say 18 and up to 1. Let's go hit next. We'll save and publish it. So imagine that your website, your shop is closed, but your website is still available on the web. And the pop-up will appear saying that. So I'm like, sorry guys, the shop is actually closed at the moment, but you can leave your email here or contact us via the chat bot, and we'll respond to you as soon as we get to more. I think that is just beautiful, and again, pretty much simple to work with. Can we now go to my presentation, please? This is pretty much it. We'll leave some time for the questions and answers session right here. But I truly love this product. I didn't know much about the pop-ups before I started building it from the bottom up, but seeing our users actually engaging the customers on the everyday basis, making their lives easier by using the interactive forms for just informing people about some actions, converting the people, getting the feedbacks, gamifying the user experience on the website is just awesome. By the end of the presentation, I'd like to provide you with a $25 coupon for all of the new users for the samples, which you can actually use for the pop-up services as well, to set up your first engagements, to see how the platform works for you, if it's good enough, if it is understandable. We do have a 24/7 support to answer all of your questions. So grab the coupon and give it a shot. It actually worth it. Thank you for your attention. I'd like to receive your feedback either on the chat, or this is my email address right here on your screen. If you do have any questions regarding the samples in general, or I do really appreciate all of the questions about the pop-ups. So drop me a message. I'll be online for you. Thank you. So let's go for the questions now.
Yeah, Constantine, thank you for this great presentation. We really have a time for some questions, and let's start from the questions we have in chat. Martina asks, how can pop-ups be used effectively without annoying or overwhelming website visitors?
Thank you for the question, Martina. That's pretty simple. If you are not interested in using the whole body of the pop-up on your website, we do have a special option for that, which is called launcher. A launcher is like a button like pop-up, which is a size of a coin. It does not consume any space on your screen at all, and the only job the actual launcher does is starting the actual pop-up. So if the person is interested in something, you can provide them with the ability of learning more within one click of an item as small as a coin. So it will not be overwhelming. It will be small. It will be nice and kind of cute.
We have the second questions pretty similar, but at the same time is more maybe with a negative accent and different. Nadia asked about pop-ups. Are pop-ups just clickbait in these or they can actually build trust? What separates spam from smart marketing?
These are two actually really different questions, because I fought spam for lots of years at SendPlus and before SendPlus, and this kind of triggers me. No, I do not think that pop-ups are clickbaits in disguise. They are the way to earn trust and to make your customers stay. It's not a clickbait making your customers say, I don't believe it is. And what separates spam from smart marketing? I think those 34 display conditions will answer this question. You should know your customer. You should know how the customer acts and reacts to your website and the items which are present on your website. So if you know your customers, so KYC is a key.
Mm-hmm.
You
Thank
know
you
your
for sharing.
customer, it will not be spam. It will be actual marketing, and your customers will appreciate that.
And what is your definition of spam for pop-ups? So it's
Spam
also
for pop-ups is everything I've done in the presentation, actually, because because the display condition I've used in the presentation, which says show the pop-up every time the customer visits the website, that is a spam. The only case when such usage of this display condition is kind of okay with is when your website is closed and when the message is informal, like the website is closed. That's pretty much it. Spamming the customer with lots of different interactive screens at one page, using even like smart and thoughtful display conditions may be considered as spam as well, because nobody likes those.
yeah,
Again,
definitely.
I truly believe that nobody loves pop-ups, but they do work.
It's also true. We have the next question from Guy Sharma. Can you integrate that to a Shopify website? And can you tell a little bit more about integration possibilities?
Yeah, we do have the integration. As far as I know, it is released. It was released like a year ago or so. We do have a full integration of pop-ups with the Shopify, where you can create the project at SendPlus, been to the Shopify website, do make all of the settings in the panel I've just introduced you to, and everything will work just fine. Also, we do have the integrations with Google Analytics. We do have webhooks, and we do have lots of display conditions which are deeply encoded, actually.
But it's your native integration, so you need Zapier or Make or any other connector to integrate this.
No, it's native. It's a native one.
Okay, thank you. We are moving to our radioactive Bess. How much is gamification important in this subject? Is it better to have a more simple pop-up?
Again, KYC, know your client. Gamification, I do believe that the gamification is a key, because as soon as we started working with gamification, the numbers for engagement started rising for all of our clients. We do have only 3 gamification features at the moment, which is quite a lot comparing to our competition, but still not enough for me. We'll do more, because 2 were released. 1 was released yesterday, and 2 are under construction at the moment. I do believe that is a key because it is fun. I'm trying to do my best to change the perception of the pop-up on the website, meaning it should not be considered a spam or something annoying. Like just grabbing the coupon from the email is not fun. It's not what the customer wants. Throwing dice or spinning the roulette is way more fun to do that. More than that, everybody knows that the Chrome provides you with the incognito mode, and even though you didn't win some kind of the promo, you can do that one more time, 2 or 10 more times in order to grab that coupon. That kind of I really believe that should be way more interesting for the customer. But again, if you're using a pop-up on some governmental project, I do not think that the dice will be the correct choice. Know your customer.
Yes, so sorry for interrupting. I have my question is also about the design. What design elements are essential for creating visually appealing and effective pop-ups? You told a lot about your view of visualization and that you have more ideas how you can create it. Can you share a little bit more about that?
You should have the strict background image. That is my idea of an ideal pop-up scene. Entry field is a must if you are trying to generate any kind of leads. Drop downs and radio buttons are only for multiple choice and should not be used if the choice the customer makes will not actually impact your further communication with them. Do not provide the customer with the options you're not going to use. Meaning, do not gather the necessary information just for fun. It's not fun. It's not fun for the customer.
Definitely.
Yeah. And again, go with the gamification. That works. I can prove that. I have numbers.
Yeah, numbers always work. We have the next question from Guy Sharma.
And again, one more time, the background image for the pop-up, I do believe is a must. It should be, say, separated from the visuals of the website in order not to just get lost in the back.
Yeah, Constantine, sorry for interrupting. On my side, on your side, it's a small time lag, so I'm always pushing you. It's not my fault, but I will try to make the post bigger. We have the next question from Guy Sharma. Can you program the time of the pop-up that it comes on your website after scrolling to a section of after 2 or 3 seconds? I had when I immediately get a pop-up.
Yeah, you can set up the delay for the pop-up show up. There is a special display condition for that. You can not only delay it by seconds, but you can also delay it by interactions. You can actually count the pages which were visited by the customer before the pop-up appears. So the pop-up will appear on any page of your website, but only after some number of interactions with the website. Because when you know that the customer is somehow interested, he scrolled through say 50% of the page, skipped to another page and another one, and like on the click number 5, you receive the pop-up saying that, like, okay, guy, like you made it, now you get a discount. Nobody else gets that.
Constantine, thank you for answering. We have maybe the last question for today. What is the optimal frequency for displaying pop-ups to avoid visitor frustration? I know that it's a philosophical question, but what do you think about optimal frequency? You can give a number like 3, 4, 10.
No, I can't. I can't really give a number like 3 or 4. Lots of variables in this question. What kind of pop-up? What kind of a product? If you want to actually just generate leads, just go with the pop-up I've shown you and display it one time as the user comes to your website, and use the display condition for closing the page, which I've talked like when the cursor leaves the working area of the browser, the pop-up will appear one more time. This will be enough. So you will somehow generate the lead from the first or second attempt. If you are informing the customer about something, it is enough to show the pop-up only one time. It's up for the customer to read the notification or not. Just make your conscience clear about that. So, no, there is no definite answer to this question. Like there
I
is
know it. I know it, but I had to answer.
there is a really big time for talking about it and disputing about it, but I don't think that, like, if we even somehow use an hour or two for this discussion, we'll not be able to provide like the end result.
Constantine, thank you for sharing. Thank you for your time, for answering the
Thank you,
questions.
Anton.
We were happy to have you, and have a great evening.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Guys, you can put your mark to Constantine in chat from 0 to 10, and I will be happy to introduce you to the next our guest. Don't forget that you have a special offer from SendPulse, $25 coupon for and use for SendPulse users. You can definitely find the link in the YouTube comments, and we will also send you this offer with the all gifts and all materials of this conference. Very important information for everyone who want to get the certificate. It's really close. Just in 40 minutes, you will get the special form where you can put all your data, and you will get the certificate that you attended this conference. So stay tuned, and we will share all this information with you. Now it's time to introduce our next guest. It's Lara da Gama, data-driven marketing leader. With over 20 years as a digital marketing director, Lara da Gama is recognized for her expertise in crafting strategies that drive growth and enhance customer engagement in both B2B and B2C markets. Her career includes multinational and international roles across IT, FMCG, telecom, pharmaceutical, hospitality, and tourism, and customer experience sectors, provided a comprehensive 360 perspective. Skilled in SEO, SM, PPC, and marketing automation, she combines technical proficiency with strong team leadership and cross-functional collaboration. Her achievements include a 245% return on an ad spend and substantial traffic growth for Dom Pedro hotels, as well as 317% increase in lead generation and a 48% reduction in hiring cost at the founder. So now we have Lara, and Lara will share her use case using AI to drive smarter marketing decisions, insights across industries. Hi, Lara, how are you?
Hi, thank you for the introduction.
It was my pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you with us on this online conference.
Thank you so much. So let's start. I will press present and we'll put up my presentation.
Yeah, we will get it just in a few seconds.
Okay, so as we know, and passing here the introduction, as we know, we have AI already reshaping industries by enabling smarter, faster, and more targeted approaches. From retail and healthcare to hospitality and digital advertising, AI is making it possible to deliver highly personalized experiences, optimized campaigns, and achieve impactful results. Over the next 30 minutes, I will share real-world examples of how AI is tackling challenges and unlocking opportunities across various sectors. We will dive into actionable insights you can apply to your marketing strategies and wrap up with a roadmap to start or expand your AI journey. So feel free to note your questions as we go. There will be a dedicated time to address them at the end. So this, it was our agenda. What AI means in the context of marketing and how it evolves traditional approaches, it's important to understand now what AI means in this context. AI in marketing refers to the ability of systems to process vast amounts of data, uncover patterns, and make decisions faster than any human team could do. And I believe that there are three main components: machine learning, where AI predicts customer behavior by learning from data. Data and analytics, transforming raw data into actionable insights, and that inform evidence-based decisions. And automation, that streamlines tasks like ad placement or audience segmentation. And by combining these components, AI transforms marketing in three main ways, from my point of view: speed, precision, and personalization. Speed on the decisions that were used to take weeks, now we can have them in real time. Precision, AI analyzes granular data, eliminating what we normally call the guesswork. And personalization, when AI delivers tailored interactions, sending the right message to the right audience at the right time. Now that we understand the foundational role AI plays in marketing, let's explore why it's becoming a must-have for business today. There are several reasons why AI adoption is crucial and rapidly increasing in marketing. Widespread adoption. Over 80% of businesses are either using or planning to implement AI in their marketing strategies. Enhancing customer experience. In a world of high customer expectations, AI enables brands to deliver personalization, seamless experiences that boosts engagement and loyalty. It also improves ROI and efficiency. AI optimizes ad spend, streamlines resources allocations, and automates campaigns management. And the fourth one, competitive advantage. Companies that leverage AI can make faster, data-driven decisions, and this agility allows them to outpace competitors who are still relying on traditional methods. So I would say that AI-driven personalization, it's making businesses more profitable. And according to McKinsey, personalization through AI can increase revenue by up to 15%, and that it's very relevant. Now, we can go into specifics ways that AI is being applied in marketing and how it delivers results across key areas. And let's explore those key areas. In my opinion, some of the core applications of AI that are transforming how we engage with customers and manage campaigns are customer segmentation. AI analyzes behaviors, demographics, and purchase history to create hyper-targeting audiences and segments. And we have the Netflix example. Netflix's recommendation system segments users based on viewing history to suggest content they will love. Predictive analytics. By analyzing historical data, AI forecasts customers' behaviors, enabling brands to anticipate needs. And Amazon's ability to recommend products based on past purchases, it's a good example of boosting conversion rates and increasing average order value. Another core is content personalization. AI customizes messages and content based on preferences and behaviors, improving engagement. Again, Spotify, personalized playlists, again, a perfect example. Campaign optimizations. AI dynamically adjusts campaigns in real time, refining targeting, bidding, and placements for maximum impact. Google Ads, for instance, uses machine machine learn to continuous optimize at placements, ensuring campaigns perform at a peak efficiency. And if we go to a specific industry, let's say retail, where AI is making a significant impact, especially through personalized recommendations. Let's see some 2 good examples that showcase the power of AI in retail. I'm speaking about Amazon's recommendation engine. Amazon's AI-driven recommendation system analyzes browsing behaviors and purchase history to suggest products customers are most likely to buy. And this system drives around 29% of Amazon sales, showing how tailored suggestions directly translates into revenue. And we have Zara predictive inventory management to optimize inventory levels. Here, AI analyzes trends and customer demand to ensure the right products are in stock at the right time. This approach reduces waste, improves efficiency, and ensures customers always find what they are looking for. Research shows that AI-driven personalization in retail can increase sales by up to 20%, making it a critical tool for competitiveness. Now, let's move from retail to healthcare, where AI is playing a critical role in improving patient engagement and outcomes through targeted campaigns. And here we have AI-powered patient engagement platforms. AI personalizes through these platforms communication with patients by sending reminders for medication, follow-ups, or even appointments. By analyzing patient demographics and health histories, AI here ensures messages are tailored to individual needs, increasing treatment, adherence, and trust. AI also helps healthcare providers deliver highly specific campaigns to target patient demographics. For example, campaigns promoting preventative care, like vaccination reminders, are more effective when segmented and timed using AI. Now, let's look at how AI is being used in the hospitality and travel industries to create exceptional guest experiences and optimize revenue management. I bring here 2 major examples. Marriott uses AI to predict guests' preferences based on past stays, tailors experiences from room choices to amenities and even dining. This personalization makes guests feel not only valued, but enhances satisfaction and loyalty, and as a consequence, drives repeated business. On the other side, Airbnb uses dynamic pricing algorithms to adjust rental rates based on demand, seasonality, and local events. This ensures hosts optimize earnings, guests receiving a fair market-based pricing, and occupancy rates are maximized and ensures a fair pricing for both parties. A Deloitte study reports that AI-driven personalization can boost guest satisfaction by 30%, potentially driving a 45% revenue increase. And the ratio is, as a 1% satisfaction rise often leads to 1.5% of revenue growth. Interesting fact. Let's shift our focus to digital advertising, where AI is helping marketeers make smarter, real-time decisions to optimize their ad spend. Let's explore how AI-driven strategies optimize ad spend and performance. AI analyzes performance data across channels like Meta and Google Ads, automatically relocating budgets to best performing platforms. And this maximizes ROI by eliminating waste and prioritizing high impact opportunities. AI monitors ad placements at a real time, monitors audience targeting and bidding strategies in real time, making instant adjustments to enhance performance. For instance, if an ad underperforms with one demographic but excels with another one, AI relocates resources to maximize impact. Research shows us as well that businesses using AI for campaign optimization can see revenue growth up to 30% compared to those relying on traditional methods. So this means that for companies spending significant budgets on ads, this can mean like millions in added value. Now that we have seen how AI transforms advertising, let's turn to content optimization, another area where AI ensures relevance and engagement at scale. AI is helping marketeers ensure their content is not only seen, but deeply resonates with their audience. AI analyzes audience behavior to identify trends, trending topics, formats, and optional publishing times. For example, YouTube's recommendation algorithm suggests videos based on watch history, increasing retention and engagement. AI tools refine headlines by analyzing tone, keywords, and emotional appeal. The New York Times boosted engagement by 50% only by using AI to test and select the most effective variations. AI also customizes communication from email subject lines to product recommendations. And in this case, Sephora is a good example, using AI to tailor suggestions based on purchase history and browsing behavior, driving higher click-through rates and conversions. According to a study, brands that use AI-driven content personalization see up to 40% higher engagement rates. For companies with large audiences, this translates into substantial increases in leads, sales, and overall revenue. Now that we have seen how AI elevates content marketing, let's discuss some of the challenges marketeers face when adopting AI and how to overcome them. The main obstacles marketeers face are data privacy concerns, data quality requirements, skill gaps in AI expertise. And what do I mean by this? AI effectiveness relies on consumer data, which makes protection data essential. And regulations like GDPR in Europe enforce strict transparency in how data is collected, stored, and used. For instance, NOS, which is a telecom Portuguese company, has strengthened its privacy measures to comply with these regulations, ensuring customer trust while still using AI to deliver personalized marketing. Excuse me. Data quality requirements, it's another core challenge. AI models depend on high quality data for accurate results. So incomplete or outdated data can lead to flawed insights. For example, Rent the Runway, which is a fashion rental services, a UK company, faced issues with its AI recommendation system because it used outdated inventory data. This highlights the critical need for continuous data updates to ensure reliable AI performance. Regarding skills, many organizations struggle with the expertise required to fully harness AI. And to bridge this gap, they often hire specialists, upskill their teams, or even collaborate with external partners. A good example is Coca-Cola, which worked with AI firms to develop personalized advertising campaigns, effectively addressing their internal skills limitation. Just one last fact, according to Gartner, 47% of AI projects falter during implementation due to data issues and lack of expertise. So addressing these challenges early is key to ensure AI adoption is successful. However, many brands have successfully integrated AI into their strategies. And let's explore some examples across industries to see what's possible when AI is implemented efficiently. And here we have the JP Morgan example that uses AI to analyze transaction patterns and flag suspicious activities in real time. This system has saved the company millions by preventing fraud before it occurs, enhancing trust and security for customers. Another example is Coca-Cola, that leverages AI to personalize ads, analyzing consumer data to deliver targeted messages. And this approach has increased engagement rates and customer loyalty, proving how AI can humanize even the most global brands. The third example that I bring here is Google's ads campaign optimization. Google's AI tools help advertisers optimize campaigns by analyzing performance data and making real-time adjustments to bids and targeting. One advertiser reported a 35% improvement in ROI by using these insights, maximizing ad spend across multiple channels. These examples highlight how adaptable and effective AI is across sectors, from enhancing customer experiences to driving operational efficiencies. McKinsey reports that companies using AI in their operations are 30% more likely to achieve top financial performance highlighting the competitive advantages of AI. Now that we have seen what are the main, what our success looks like with the AI advantages, let's discuss how you can start integrating AI into your marketing strategies step by step. And first, I would identify high impact areas, beginning with areas where AI can deliver measurable improvements quickly. For example, use AI for customer segmentations to better target audiences or campaign optimizations to ensure your ad spend is effective. I would prioritize data quality. Clean, accurate, and diverse data is the foundation of any successful AI system. So it's important to regularly audit your data sources to ensure they are up to date and relevant. I would start with one data set like website analytics or email campaign metrics to test your AI model accuracy. And last, I would implement incremental changes. So I would introduce AI tools gradually to avoid overwhelming team and resources. For instance, start with the AI tool for automating email personalization, and then expand to predictive analytics for customer behavior, for example. Measure results at every stage to refine and expand your approach. We should think of AI adoption like building a house. What I mean with this, we would never start with the roof. We begin with a strong foundation. For example, a small e-commerce business began using AI for product recommendations. So a 20% increase in sales. And then it's time to expand to campaign optimization tools, achieving maybe between 20 and 30% of boost in ROI. Gartner reports that companies adopting AI in incremental stages are 50% more likely to succeed compared to those attempting full-scale transformations immediately. So the tip is starting small and scaling through fully is the key. Finally, let's look at the emerging trends in AI that are shaping the future of marketing and what they mean for your business. Generative AI for content creation. I mean, tools like ChatGPT, DALL-E help marketers create text, visuals, and videos quickly and then scale them. For example, a UK fashion retailer, Matalan, used AI to generate product descriptions, speeding up content creation and personalizing description efficiently. Advanced personalization for customer engagement. AI now goes beyond basic segmentation to deliver hyper-personalized experiences. A good example that we referred already, it's Netflix that suggests shows by considering user preferences, habits, and moods. And the result is a deeper customer connection and improved retention. The use also of conversational AI for real-time interaction. In nowadays, AI chatbots and virtual assistants are changing customer engagement by providing 24/7 support. For example, again, Sephora Chatbot recommends products based on skin type, preferences, and past purchase, increasing satisfaction and sales. These trends are about more than just technology. They are about creating meaningful, personalized experiences at scale. So businesses adopting these advancements are setting the stage for long-term success. Forbes reports that companies adopting generative AI tools for marketing see a 20% increase in productivity and a 30% reduction in content production costs. So we are almost there. And now that we have explored these trends, let's open the floor for your questions and ideas about applying AI in your own strategies.
Lara, thank you for so engaging speech. We have a lot of great case studies, examples, and you are in Oeiras, I'm in Cascais. We definitely need to meet for coffee and chat, discuss all these examples in details. But now it's time to our audience to ask all the questions. So let's start from the questions from Nadia. Lara, thanks for the presentation. If every company has access to AI, why do 90% still make mediocre marketing decisions? What's the missing link? Yeah. Our moderator will help and give the questions also in the comment box.
So, as we saw on the presentation, sometimes companies, they don't have either the skills internally, they don't have the teams qualified to use successfully AI tools, so they will not also have the discernment to take accurate marketing decisions. So sometimes it's the lack of having teams qualified to properly look at data and read what are the insights and the recommendations, and from there taking the proper decisions.
Great, thank you for sharing. We have the next question from Martina. Do you think AI can help marketers predict market trends and consumer behavior?
Definitely.
You had these cases in the presentation, but maybe you will summarize.
Yes, definitely, Martina. With AI, and especially with Google AI tools, we are able now to predict not only what would be the consumer behavior, but market trends, or through the consumer behavior, what are the next market trends. It's quite real, on time, real time, we can have those predictions.
Great. We have the next question. It's the question from Guy Sharma. What AI tools can you advise to analyze the data from your website visitors?
It depends on how you are supported. If you have a small team and you work internally with analytics, Google Analytics, I would say Google Analytics. But if you have, for example, a more robust support with a digital agency, I would ask them, for example, to create your own dashboards through other platforms, or using Power BI or using Data Studio. They are more robust tools that help us to read the data and to come up with a story. And I say this in a funny way because I learned in the beginning of my career, and especially with digital, that numbers, they tell you a story. And if we are able to read through that numbers and data, we can actually recommend proper decisions through them.
It's totally true. I want to add to this question that Google Analytics has its own AI-powered feature Insights. It's available in 3 main reports, in basic dashboards, in advertising snapshots. So, Guy, you can start from Google Analytics. You definitely can try to get this data from Google Analytics in PDF and put it in ChatGPT or Gemini and see what they will recommend you. But don't forget that both ChatGPT and Gemini, they are just beginners in this stuff. They are analytical trainee and they can make some hallucination with your data. So be patient. We are moving to the next question. We are moving to the question from Fernanda. Maybe it's not the question. It's just, yeah. It was not the question. It was just the mentioning. We have in the chat, colleagues are sharing their opinions and their thoughts about this stuff. Maybe, Lara, the question from me, what are your main used AI tools that you use on the daily and weekly basis?
ChatGPT, definitely. It's the one that I am more skilled, to be honest. I would say it's ChatGPT, the main one.
And for
Perplexity.
what tasks do you usually use them?
Say again, Anton?
For what tasks do you usually use it?
It depends on, it could be a presentation like this one. It could be a marketing plan. It could be a SWOT analysis. It could be a benchmark. It depends on what I'm working on.
But you delegate to ChatGPT both strategic and tactical tasks, correct?
Yes, mainly more strategic tasks and Perplexity for research.
Okay. The question that was asked to the most of our speakers, what are disadvantages and risks of AI you see for businesses, for companies who will implement it? What are disadvantages and what risks?
I believe that it's the same risk if you use any tool in an inappropriated way or in an uneducated way. So I would say that.
And what ethical problems can be? How do you see the ethical reasoning of using AI?
That's a delicate one.
Yeah, definitely.
It is a sensitive one. And normally what I answer to that question, it's always about the intention that you use the machine, because this is a machine. You have the discernment to know what do you want to do, if it is ethical or professional or not. So we are the human beings and we are the ones that discern what to do with the machine.
Lara, thank you so much for such inspiring speech, for sharing so many case studies and giving so much information. It was a pleasure to have you with us today on online conference. I wish you a great evening and see you on other events.
Thank you so much, Anton. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Guys, we are moving forward. It's that moment that I mentioned that now I need to tell you how you will get your certificate. So right now we will get in the chat special link. And if you want to get access to the recordings and opportunity to generate the certificate, just go to the link in the chat. You need to go to that link. It's Academy St. Paul's AI Marketing Day. Register if you don't have an account on St. Paul's Academy yet. If you already have an account, click I already have an account and enter the account. If you forgot your password, restore it using forgot the password. After logging in into the existing account, the course will appear in the new course section. Done. Now you can mark all lessons, videos, and view and generate your own certificate for attendance. I want to recall you that you also can get top 10 AI tools for content creation in the St. Paul's community on Facebook. So just go there and get your results. Our gift from AiMe Academy you can easily get just adding me and connecting in LinkedIn. I've already made the post with all benefits and all gifts from my side. So just find in LinkedIn ANTON VORONIUK and get the gift from our side. Just summarizing everything that we've got today on the section, because as I mentioned, we have a really brilliant last speaker who I'll present you just in a few seconds. We talked about the great power of AI, how AI can transform everything around us. So it can help in strategic tasks. It was talking by Genefa. It was showed you by using my GPTs. Lara definitely showed how the biggest international companies, the biggest brand, they already implement AI, Gen AI, predictive AI on the strategic level. Gen AI can re-estimate and reboot everything what you are doing in the tactical stuff, from the content generation to analytics, working with digits, building presentations, etc. So it definitely can be changed on this level. And all our today's speakers shared with you a lot of practical stuff. But AI is not just some strategy, a lot of tactics. AI is about a great possibility to find AI creator in yourself. So this is what our AI creator course is teaching. We're helping people to start save a lot of time, but use this time to create new approach, create new businesses, new projects, start more activities with AI. And you can find this data about our AI creators course both in chat and the materials that we'll share with you during this session. As I've mentioned, we decided to start Black Friday a little bit earlier, so you will get amazing 87% discount for this course. So just enroll, and we will be happy to show you the great opportunity that AI gives for you to change your life and make your life much more effective and move your creativity to the next level. So right now we are ready for our last speaker. It will be amazing Helena Zhang. She is the head of growth of OpenArt AI. When I've met personally Elena first time, she made me beloved in her tool, because OpenArt is really great tool for creating astonishing images with AI. I love features which OpenArt has. It's about creating really great images, but my favorite feature is how fast you can edit, how fast you can create bulk images. But Helena's speech definitely will not be about OpenArt. It will be about mastering AI for brand identity, how to make it truly yours. I saw a lot of Helena's videos on YouTube, so they inspired me. I believe that they will inspire you too. And I want to present you Helena. She's driven by her conviction that AI will fundamentally reshape our future. Helena transitioned from investing to pursuing her own vision of create AI at OpenArt. OpenArt is a pioneer in the creative AI space, on a mission to empower millions to tell impactful stories through image models. In just 2 years, OpenArt has grown to 4 million active users, establishing itself as a pioneer in the creative AI space. Armed with unique insights from the thriving OpenArt community, Helena recently launched a YouTube channel that has quickly become a leading voice in the image generation space. Helena, I'm really happy to have you with us. Hi, and the stage is yours.
Hi, thank you, Anton, for having me. Yeah, Anton's like really great. We were working on this video together, and it was just the most fun to jam with Anton about marketing and like using AI and everything. So let me share my slides. Are you gonna just like present the slides? Oh, okay, great. I wonder if I'll be able to play videos from here, but we'll see. So a really quick intro about OpenArt. We're an image generation platform, started in 2022, and we're based in San Francisco. The mission of OpenArt is to elevate like creative AI for everyone, because 2 years ago when we just started it, it was like this thing wasn't really like accessible to the general public, and we were like, we got to bring this to everyone. So now it's been 2 years, and if you've tried generating with AI, you've probably done something like this. Maybe you've tried to create like some marketing assets for your website, and then you'll realize that like you'll be prompting like things, but then you get like completely random images, and you're not able to control what style you want, and then you end up with like inconsistent images on your website. Maybe you've tried to create a character, and then even though you're prompting the same things, you get like sort of different characters for every image. Maybe you've tried to create a real human, and like the fingers are always so messed up, so dreadful. And in today's presentation, like if you've used AI, I think you'll be able to like learn a lot of tips to know that working with AI has sort of like a growth learning curve. And the trajectory is gonna be like, maybe it's a little confusing at first, but it's gonna get a lot better the moment you start getting the hang of it. And if you haven't worked with AI, it's a peek at what you're able to get. And I feel like by the end of it, you're gonna wanna use it. So yeah. And before I start going into the details, I actually want to train a model like on the spot. So if possible, like Anton, could you allow my screen share into the stage? It's the other tab. Yeah. So I was hoping to do like a live demo. If you've seen the marketing page of our current live session, it was of this style. And just now, I was actually trying to like upscale these icons. So I took a bunch of screenshots and I upscaled them using AI. And now, yeah, this is just something I was trying to do. Maybe we'll do like a marketing day style model. And I'm hoping to train this so you can see how fast and powerful this is on the spot. And I haven't tried it, so I'm really hoping it'll turn out well. But to describe the style, it's kind of green and white color palette. And then it's a clean vector icon. Yeah, something like that. And then I'll just drop all the images that I've prepared. It's actually only 8 images. So if you're able to get like 100, you'll get something much better. But let's just start the training. And it usually only takes a few minutes. So this is kind of like how you can use AI to really guide the style of generations. It's kind of like working with a designer. You want to be able to tell AI what you want without it giving you random images. So on the far left, this is what we will be getting if we just prompted person in desert. And you'll see it's like really generic. But in the middle, now if we're trying to create like a sort of techie, more sleek, modern aesthetics, we can add a little bit in the prompting and say it's sleek, simplistic, techie, and then we start getting something more interesting. But then if you want something the Apple style, what we can do is we can train an Apple style model, which is kind of like the same process as what we would have done just now. But you will upload a bunch of pictures in the Apple style. And then when training's done, you'll start getting images like this by prompting the same thing, person in desert. So these were like the training images that I used for this Apple style model. I only like collected about 15 images and the results were really stunning. So it's like originally without the Apple style model, if we were saying person smiling, wearing a watch, they would give us generic people like smiling and wearing like generic watches. But after the Apple style model, we're getting these people wearing like Apple watches. So for person walking, again, like really different style, but after training the apples out model, we start getting like, I don't even know how to describe this apple aesthetics, but it's like really creative, photorealistic angles, really high quality, like cinematic views. So yeah, we start getting these, and definitely very interesting. And the model training, like right now, most of the things I'm presenting to you like weren't even possible 2 months ago. So this is moving so fast, and I can't even imagine how this is going to change marketing. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually able to play any videos from this slide. Maybe we just move back to my screen share actually, and then I'll just present from there. All right, thank you. I wonder if you're able to hear the sound. So if you're able to hear it, like, or not able to hear it, let me know. But that was like kind of what we're doing. What AI is doing here is it's learning the common themes and it's applying them into your, oh, you can't hear it. I'm so sorry. It's applying your unique traits in the training images, and so that when you generate images, it can get it. That's basically what I was saying in the video that you couldn't hear. I can't get the sound to work. That's such a shame. But here's an example of this. This is just some images that I found. I used some images that I found online, and I tried to create this corporate illustration, cozy style. And then these were the images that I was able to generate out of the model by like simply prompting. And this is actually a model I trained on my dog, Lucy. It's super stunning. The model training is based on Flux, which is one of the best model frameworks right now. And the thing about my dog is my dog has one ear up and one ear down, and no AI has been able to do this before. But with the newest technology, now we're able to do it. And so like you can really imagine like what you're able to do with these technologies. You can create any character. You can have like your own brand ambassadors or something like that. So this is like a real user case. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll make sure to talk as I play through the videos. So yeah, this is a real user case that somebody on OpenAI shared with me. And unfortunately, I can't disclose what they were doing, but basically they had this kind of hospital chain, and they trained like a brand ambassador model to create marketing images of the same person like performing different actions at the hospital, so that they can print out brochures for people to feel welcomed and feel at ease. So this is something that like, yeah, it's like a lot of really creative use cases that you can use AI for. I can't really show you that, but I can show you something very similar. Like, for example, these are models that are published by people. And I don't know if this is based on a real person or a AI person, but this model is named Lara. So let's say she's our brand ambassador for our food company. So we can say Lara holding a plate of, what food should we put? Pizza? Smiling. And then we can generate some images, and you'll actually be able to see how fast this is. Oh, stunning. Right. And like, just look at this quality. I feel like if Lada were like a real person and I knew her, I actually wouldn't be able to tell, because I've tried training models on my friends, on myself, and people actually cannot tell. And this is so fast. We can do something else since she's a field ambassador. What else do we have? Like a plate of cupcakes. Smiling, and then let's give her some cute background, pink interior background. I'm really glad the live demos are doing well. Because it's always like something about AI that like you see the pre-recorded demos and you think it's so stunning, you go try out the tool and it's just not the same. I hope this is proving to you that AI is actually moving so fast, like we're getting it to a point where you can actually use it. But you see, this one's just lagging forever. That happens. It's actually really rare. But would you just look at that image quality? This is like directly usable for your marketing. And yeah, like when I used it for the first time, I was actually so stunned. Let me see if we have another model. This is also some model trained by an OpenAI user and published onto the platform. And I think this is just a cute little like cat character. Let's see what the cat character can do. Oh, this one's lagging. Let's say owl eating popcorn. Oh, that is so cute. So now you get this cat to do whatever you want, and you can just use this as like for like all these image qualities are actually really high and they're directly usable. You can also say owl shopping groceries with a shopping cart. Oh, yeah. Just look at that. It's really cute. Right. So with that, you can really do so much with your brand. And then the second part about this presentation is actually about how to get AI to do what you want, because maybe when you first started using AI a few months ago, again, like a lot of the things weren't there yet, but it's getting that there's just so much more now. For example, if you're trying to generate a picture of a person dancing with a certain like position, for example, in ballet, this position is called arabesque, and it actually looks like this, but a lot of the times the models don't have the necessary knowledge of what this term means, so you just can't get it right. And this is actually something about the models, like they are getting better, and every month, every day they are getting better, but we're not there yet. And I think it's probably going to take like 2 more years until we get like a really, really knowledgeable model. They're already pretty good right now, but there are like more things that we need to do so that we can work with AI to get what we want. So there's something called a post reference, and if we upload that, we can start getting the correct posts. And this is actually based on this technology where it kind of just analyzes the image that you upload, and it gives you like these human nodes, and then it uses like these nodes on like the human anatomy to generate a photo using AI. So it's more like if you're trying to work with AI, like one learning that's really helped me is that you like maybe the first or second time is not really going to work. But there are always like hacky ways that you can make this work. And like the more you get into it, the more you realize what like it's capable of. And then you start discovering this whole new world. And I really hope that this has audio, but I'm going to try to play it. It's just a quick demo of what's possible. I think the audio of this video is just music. So if you want to watch the video with the natural music, I can share a link for this, or you can view the slides and you will get the audio. It's also in my YouTube channel, so it can be a problem. But this is demoing something called a blend board, where we're combining like all these different elements into the same image using AI. And then you'll see that the quality is super high. Like we don't need Photoshop anymore for this. Audio works? Does it work or does it not work? Oh, yeah. And then this is just another quick demo. Whether or not the audio works, I can explain it. So this is something called AI in painting, where you can kind of mask a little bit of the image, and then you can prompt something else. For example, I'm turning this red gemstone into black in this example. And then here I can also just like mask like the food in the bowl or something and turn it into something else. So it's like working with AI, you don't have to get it in the first try. There are actually like a whole suite of tools available to you, and you can iterate just like how you would working with something non-AI. I think in this example, we're changing the background of this by just prompting, like putting in plain English. Right. And then now I think we're ready for some more next level use of AI. This is gonna look a little bit techy, but it's actually a lot easier than you think it might be. It's something called the Comfy UI, which is like a framework where you can use to develop a lot of image generation flows. And by that, I just mean you can combine a lot of technologies that are available to you that are probably developed by other people. They work in like different nodes, and then you can combine them. It's gonna kind of look like this. But what you end up getting is a simple workflow that can help you accomplish a certain task. For example, this is a workflow where you can input a close image, and then it can output this like mock-up image where a person, like a real model, is wearing this piece of clothes. So this is something that's achievable by building something like this. And you don't have to build something like this yourself, but there are like this whole community of people that are really into this. And I actually know a lot of people working with workflows engineers, and you can develop a workflow for your own business that might be really helpful for you. So for example, if you are creating e-commerce mockups, or you're like an e-commerce platform, you can really like work with someone, get a workflow like this, and it can really help you speed things up. So here's another example that I wanted to show you. This is what we did for like a client actually, but we're doing it for them a year ago. We don't really offer this service as open art, but here's what we did as an experiment. Basically, they have this like gaming company, and they need to like spin out a lot of different seasonal marketing assets, like for St. Patrick's Day, for example, they had to put their main character into like this background and then have a little poster so they can like have things in the App Store. And this is like a workflow where they will be able to do this for every seasonal thing by just like prompting and putting in images of their in-game backgrounds and characters. Just sort of the same example, you can use an AI workflow like this to just like flush out a bunch of marketing assets like this. And it's going to have the knowledge on like what the main characters are and what the backgrounds are, what the main elements are, and even your logo, like your aesthetics, and you can just make that work. So this is kind of like really helping us look into the future of creative AI. And I think our mission here is really to like help make that possible, like easier for everyone, more accessible for everyone. And for myself, I started a YouTube channel because, again, I think there's some sort of a learning curve to work with AI right now, and there aren't too many good resources for like us to really get to know about every tool and how, like, because there are a lot of nitty-gritty details and like tips, and if you don't know them, it's probably really hard for you to like start working with AI. So we're really trying to make this work. And from what I'm seeing, I think we're going to be expecting many really high quality foundation models. And by foundation models, I mean things like Midjourney, Stable Diffusion 3.5 that just came out, things like Flux, and all these image models, they're only going to become more and more of them, and they're going to become more powerful, more knowledgeable, higher quality. And if we're users, then what we're going to be seeing is you're going to have such an abundance of good models, you're going to like struggle to choose the right model for your use case. So it's definitely going to become like a whole thing where people will need a lot of resources and a lot of access to these tools. And this is like just a paradigm that we're looking at. If we think about the online video content, it's actually making up 82% of all the traffic in 2022. I'm guessing probably closer to 90% right now. And this is a 15-fold increase from 2017. So that's kind of like a movement from a shift from image content or like text content to video content online enabled by technologies, which is nuts to me. And if we think about AI, like, and looking at this, what it's proving to us is it's not going to be long until a lot of the things that we come across online are going to become AI generated. This is a study done by Originality AI, and they're actually saying that out of the top 20 Google search results, 18% of the sample websites have AI content. And this is really telling us if, as marketers, what we need to do to like really keep up or like be ahead of people. Because if you look at 2024, it's really just skyrocketing. And like, it's just so much faster. And most of the time the quality is good. Like if you work well with AI, people won't even be able to tell that it's AI generated. So I think it's really time for us to learn how to work with it and help other people like get accustomed to this new landscape. And I wanted to spend some time talking about copyrights, but maybe I can leave that for the FAQ. Because I want to see if the model we trained worked. Oh, it's done training. Okay, let's try something together. Thinking of things to prompt. Person wearing headset. All right, let's do 4 images. And we should be getting clean little icons like the ones you've seen on the sign up page. Oh, cute. Yeah. if Anton or anybody's here, I wonder if this is going to be usable for you on the next AI marketing day. Let's think of something else. Chat bubble. I'm running out of creativity here. I think we're getting a lot of good things that are basically directly usable. I really, really like this one, actually. So that was quite a success. If you have like any other things that you want me to try to generate, you can probably try to leave in the comments. If I see it, I can come back to it in the FAQ. And just to look at something even crazier about AI, we can actually now generate a 3D model from like a plain 2D image like this. This is like a very beta preliminary view of what's possible, but we're getting there. A lot of cool things. And I think somebody did ask about the YouTube channel. So the YouTube channel is OpenArt AI. I think you'll get it if you look it up. But yeah, like if you want to look at any of the videos that we didn't have audio in this webinar, feel free to go check it out. But let's come back to the copyrights question for a little bit. This is something that I get asked a lot, and I want to just give a little like sort of like my 2 cents on what's going to happen in the next few years about AI content and copyrights. So we know how right now there aren't really like any laws or guidelines that we can really go about because the technology is just so new, and then we need time for the laws to keep up. But in terms of generating content, something that we at OpenArt is really concerned about is if people are using these technologies for the wrong use cases, for example, like CSAM, and we have like zero tolerance about those things. It's just we're trying to do what we can as like a image generation platform to make sure that these technologies are used for the good. And then when it comes to training like a person model, like for example, if you're using like AI generated face and you're training, you're making that into like a character, that's probably okay. But if you're doing it to like a real person, and like with the technologies you are able to do like make this person do bad things in these AI generated images. And the way we want to think about this is just like first of all, it's immoral. And if you want to like make sure you don't get into any trouble, I would recommend not doing it. It's actually illegal if like anything happens. And to know that no matter what image generation tools or technologies you use, like the creator, like you, is gonna end up being liable for it. And we really, really like want to make sure that these technologies are used for the right reasons. But it's really hard. And I think like even right now we're working with like a lot of partners and like people in the field to think about like what we can do here. And I really hope that because I know everyone here is like really here for the good of AI. And I hope that we can like really make this work together, because I know there are a lot of like negative sentiments, especially online, towards AI, thinking that's like stealing creativity, is like taking things away from like people who are like creating by hand. But with the presentation today, I'm hoping that more of the world sees that it's not the case. I think AI, just like computers, just like tools like Photoshop, or like most of the softwares that our like designers work with, it's actually enabling more, that like now we can do more, and it's just making things more powerful for us. So I'm all in for like embracing this technology. And I think with that, we can conclude my presentation today. And then I know like a lot of people are asking questions, so maybe we just go into the Q&A.
Helena, I see a lot of comments in the chat like amazing, great, astonishing, and yes, it's really time to go to some questions. Martina is asking, can I upload a photo of me there and ask it to generate some photos? So how to make with OpenArt your personal photo session?
Yeah, you definitely could upload a photo of yourself. There are usually two ways to do that. The first way is you can train a model, like a face model. You probably want to gather like more than 10 images of your face, maybe doing like different facial expressions, like crying, laughing, like everything, so you can really capture what you look like as a real person. And then you can get your own model that you can use. Another way is face reference, which is like a slightly like I would say tech-wise lower tier solution, but more, but also lower costs. So with that, you can upload one picture of your face and then start generating pictures from that.
Yeah, I do in this way, and it's always complicated to get the guy who is similar to me. It's always got its own issues.
Actually, Anton, I think you should try the new like face model with the thing that I was just showing you. I can give you some model quota because when we're working together on like our video, this technology actually wasn't out yet. And right now, like how we train the model is based on Flex, and it's just so crazy good. Like
yeah, Flux definitely is one of the best things that what had happened with AI during this year.
Yeah, it's actually like groundbreaking. Like people can't tell anymore. I actually like have a friend who literally just trained a model on herself, and then she generated like a work professional profile picture. So she didn't even have to go take a photo, but it looks so real and like really nice professional like clothes, really nice background. So yeah, it's just kind of crazy.
Let's move to the next question. We have question wanna ask, in case when I need commercial photo that present product like toothpaste, how to work with words on product, especially if they're small? Can you give recommendations about this, please? Yeah, text is definitely maybe one of the issues that we have with AI generation. Are any tricks and recommendations?
Yeah, text is definitely something that's still hard because I think a lot of the times what AI models like what like we're trying to do is to generate text to write for you guys, but that's not enough because you actually want the text to be good looking. And that's some like next level thing that I think that the foundation like models like the technologies are just not there yet. So give us some time. But right now the workaround is I would try to generate something without any text and then like try to overlay text using more traditional tools like Photoshop. Because a lot of times you want to like get the font right, you want to get the color right, and you want to still be able to like manipulate the text. For example, if like with like V, he's asking about a toothpaste, then the text is really small and like you probably want them to like bend a little on the product like really naturally, and maybe you want to like try out different things. For example, you want to put the text like here, see if it looks good. If not, like you want to move it to somewhere else, like on the toothpaste, and see if that's better. So you want to have that flexibility of like moving things around. So right now, I think it's easier to like generate like work using a combination of AI generation tools and non-AI traditional tools. But we're really hoping we can get there soon, so you can just be like completely like AI.
We have a next question from Radioactive Bus. how too difficult it is to become an AI artist nowadays? Is it already saturated? And every day I see a lot of AI pictures that were trained without the consent of the original authors. How does it work? So is it easy to become an AI artist today? Helena, what do you think about this?
I still don't really know what an AI artist means. Because the way I see it is anyone can be an artist and AI is just a means to an end. So if you want to be an artist, like you could pick up a pencil, you could pick up a brush, you could be like working with digital things, you could be painting on iPad, you could use AI. AI is only like a tool. So I think the real question is like, what are you trying to get out of like becoming an AI artist? If you're trying to become an artist, like AI can definitely help you. But this term AI artist is becoming a little like, I think it is getting a little saturated right now because the AI models are getting so good and the bars are getting lower and lower for becoming an AI artist if like your main means to create things is AI. But at the end of the day, like I think if you're an artist, like you're trying to convey something and you're trying to like really show your personality, like your histories and those things, AI is again, it's just a tool. Like it's not gonna guide who you are or like what you're capable of doing. And then like the second part of the question, like I think this is like again like something that we really really care about. And it's also my recommendation for like businesses who are trying to work with AI. Like you want to be really careful of like not using copyrighted content to train your own like fine-tuned models. Like honestly, the biggest like foundation models out there, like they are probably like trained on many copyrighted things. And it's a really like I would say it's a gray area. And right now there's no right or wrong. It's kind of just advancement of the technology. But what we're able to do as users is to make sure that we can't be held liable and we're not doing anything wrong, like morally. So if you're like prompting something, like you're explicitly say mentioning like an artist's name without their consent, then that could actually be used against you, being like, hey, you're trying to plagiarize them like intentionally. So don't do that and try to like really do something that's yourself, like that comes from yourself. So basically the guidelines is whatever you won't do without using an AI tool, don't do it with an AI tool. Because you could also tell like a human artist to go copy like another artist's style. And that's also training things without consent of the original authors. So, AI doesn't change it here. Like it just makes things easier, but whatever you won't do without AI, like you also don't want to do it with AI.
It's a great moral principle. Thank you, Helena, for it. Let's move to the next question. It's one of the main pains for each AI creator. Which tool do you use to make a consistent character in different settings? What are your recommendations about consistency? It's a pain for a lot of AI artists. How do you manage it?
I know, this is so great. I actually love this question. So thank you so much for this question. This is the main product that we're working on right now. We're trying to like make something that about characters that nobody has ever seen. Like a preview of what it might look like is you can start with a character image, or you can like have a like I don't know, just a prompt or a background story or an idea, and you can generate a character, and then this character is going to be like yours. So you can now prompt the character to do different things in different settings. That's what we're working on. But as of right now, like training a model is definitely like probably the highest quality way. There are a lot of different ways, and I actually have a video on consistent characters on the YouTube channel, so you could go check it out. But right now, like most things are kind of hacky. Like it's kind of like work around with a lot of different features, maybe also like different platforms. So yeah, we're trying to build something that's gonna make it easier.
Great, thank you for answering. We have a question from Fernanda. You see it on screen. Which tools would you recommend for building flows?
building flows as in like AI automation flows.
Yeah.
I would say I don't know what the use case is here, because how I would be building flows is just like to code. But if you don't want to work with code, maybe Zapier. I think it can handle most of the like generic, or not generic, but like most flows that already have integrations built out.
Helena,
But
we have we have the last question in the chat from Nadia. It's about your vision of the what is will be exploding in the next 12 months in AI. Maybe this is the right question to check what is going on. Nadia is asking what the niche area of AI that you think will explode in the next 12 months.
What the niche area of AI, like as in visual wise, or like in general?
I think that visualization is the most closest to you, but if you will share with us general ideas, we will also appreciate it.
I think visualization wise, yeah, thank you for the question. I think visualization wise, like video is really gonna become something within the next 12 months. And yeah, like let's just see what happens. Like I'm pretty sure this is gonna happen. And in general, I think the two things that I actually care about the most in the general AI world is multimodal like models and long like context aware agents. So what they mean is like multimodal models is kind of like you can take in like all sorts of different file types, including like Excel sheets, images, videos, everything. Like it's, you can give it any input and it can give you any output. So it's almost like a human, I would say. It's kind of crazy, but I think that's really gonna like reshape a lot of the current like human computer interactions that we're used to with this like sort of computer interface. And another thing that's context aware agent is like having an AI agent that's actually aware of you and your project, your business, like what you're working with. Like it should know that, for example, like Anton, it should know that like you're having an AI marketing day coming up. And we're actually seeing a little bit of that in GPT 4.0, because if you use ChatGPT, you realize it's remembering things about you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and you can kind of edit the memories and stuff, but maybe like in the next 12 months it's going to become like project based. For example, if Anton, you want ChatGPT to know about your like AI marketing stuff, you can have one agent just knowing about that, and then you can have a different agent that knows about like your life that you don't want the AI marketing day agent to know about.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, like these are the really cool things that I think are going to be happening in 2025.
Helena, thank you for sharing. It was really amazing. I will definitely jump in your offer to play with your new Flux model and try to train it and update our Udemy course. You saw the chat. A lot of people said thank you and that the presentation was amazing. We were happy to have you on this conference. Thank you one more time and have a great day.
Thank you for having me.
Bye-bye. Guys, it was incredible. Helena Zhang from OpenArt. Helena shared the best practices that can really change everything you do in AI. And right now it's time to some final thoughts and final ideas. So definitely AI can game change everything you have around you. It can boost your productivity. It can give you more hours in your week. It can give you great efficiency in your advertising and content campaigns. And all our today's speakers shared their experience and how it works. I want to ask you to put the final mark for our conference in chat from 0 to 10. 10 if you really love it, 9, 8, 7 if you can do something better, and you can share your honest feedback about what we can make better. Definitely put like to this video, share it in your social networks. Don't forget to add me and other instructors and connect in LinkedIn. And the main thing you need to remember, if you want to get the additional material certificate to for this conference, just go to get access of the recordings and the opportunity to generate a certificate, go to the link in the chat. You need to go to the academyandpulse.com/AI Marketing Day 2025. register if you don't have an account on the SendPulse Academy yet. If you already have an account, click I already have an account and enter the account. If you forgot the password, use the button for forgotten the password. After logging into the existing account, the course will appear as a new course section. Now you can mark all lessons videos as viewed and generate your own certificate of attendance. So just don't forget that today's conference was created by SendPulse and AiMe Academy. SendPulse is a great multi-channel marketing automation platform. We using it for years, maybe 7 or 8 years. SendPulse allows you to send emails, SMS, Viber and WhatsApp campaigns, work with clients using chatbots for Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp and Instagram, set up auto replies and create sales pipelines on Instagram, WhatsApp, Viber, Facebook and Telegram using our visual chatbot builder. With SendPulse, you can connect the GPT model from OpenAI to your chatbot to provide your users with even more proficient automated replies and help them solve additional tasks. AiMe Academy is your guide in the AI world. You can join to our courses on the AiMe platform, on the Skills Booster Academy, our courses on Udemy and Coursera. In total, we have 750,000 students, but we love to have you among our students. You can get additional bonuses and gifts just connecting to me on LinkedIn and finding all this information there. From SendPulse, you have $25 coupon for new SendPulse user. And as you remember, we've already started Black Friday on AiMe Academy. So get 87% off AI for Content Creator course. Grab it now and get a special bonus. I will be happy to be your guide in the AI world, help you to start your AI creator career with Michael Hayner and our other co-instructors. We will share best practices, how AI can make you more efficient, give you more time, and grow further. Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube channel, join to SendPulse community on Facebook, and get top 10 AI tools for content creation. Stay tuned for the next event and take care. The last word I want to say thank you for everyone who joined this conference. I want to say thank you to SendPulse and AiMe Academy's teams. In Ukraine, it's late night. It's mostly 11 p.m., so it's time to sleep. But our team and SendPulse team is moderating, joining, working with chat, working with activities. So Nadia, Elena, you are great, and thank you for this amazing event. Guys, don't forget to share this video with your colleagues because AI is changing life, and I hope that this conference also helps you to change life and become more AIable. So see you in the next conferences. Thank you, and that's it for today.
Imagine this. You are earning 1.5K or more each month doing work you love, and you are doing it from anywhere. Sounds like a dream, right? But it's not just a dream. You can make this a reality in just 1 month with my new AI for Content Creator course. AI-driven content creation is one of the fastest, most profitable skills you can master. And here is the kicker. You don't need any fancy experience. No tech wizardry, just the willingness to learn, and I'll guide you every step of the way. This course is 87% off right now, and there are only few spots.
You can easily streamline your customer communications with our Facebook Messenger, Instagram, Viber, WhatsApp, and Telegram chatbots. Our comprehensive chatbot builder will allow you to create automated chatbot flows, copy chatbot flows across different messaging apps, use pre-made flow templates for an easy start, add subscription forms to landing pages, auto-generate replies and flows, and transcribe voice messages through AI integrations, get data from third-party systems, accept payments, streamline team workflows, use our Android and iOS apps to simplify customer interactions and analyze statistics. Create a chatbot for any messaging platform and start creating your first flow. Add text, visuals, files, payment buttons, and other elements. This will turn your chatbot into a virtual assistant that will reduce your employees' workload while boosting sales. Transfer chatbot data to Google products and leverage our Make integration to streamline your data management. and enrich your chatbot with even more useful features. You can create highly personalized chatbot campaigns for different audience segments to deliver crucial updates and reminders. Invite your subscribers to events and recommend relevant products and services to the right people to boost your sales.